Hey. Whoa! Hey!
Thanks for watching.
Hi, guys.
Oh my God! It's all of you.
Couldn't get Star Wars tickets either. All right.
Who needs Star Wars tickets, man? When look at this, they can watch us play D&D.
This is in a galaxy right in your backyard.
Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm David Crennan. This is Crit Juice. We're doing something a little bit unusual tonight. Normally, we play through the ongoing story arc, but we have two brand new awesome faces.
Wonderful.
Tonight, and I'm going to introduce you guys in 1 second. So tonight we're going to be doing a little preview of Dungeon in a Box. Oh yeah! Which, if you guys don't know, is a new company created by me.
Oh.
No, me, Brian.
Where can I get it?
You can get this on dungeoninabox.com. I like to think that's easy to remember.
Oh, yeah.
D in a B. Just think that. It's easy to remember. Dungeon in a Box.
That's a different website.
D&B is my company.
Google that right now.
I didn't think of that as the most easy way to shorten this until I started writing it down. And I was like, maybe I'll just start calling it D and a B. Ooh.
Nope.
No, well, what is it though? So Dungeon in a Box is a ongoing adventure that you get mailed to your house every month. It's a subscription service. It's like Loot Crate. You guys know Loot Crate or Birchbox or Blue Apron. Any of those things you subscribe to, and every month they send you a box with cool stuff. But when you subscribe to Dungeon in a Box, you get a dungeon in a box or another fun adventure. They're ongoing. They have everything you need to run a whole cool adventure. So if you're like, I love D&D, but I don't have time to plan a whole adventure every month. You don't have to. You can get Dungeon in a Box. Or if you don't have the money to buy all the maps and minis and stuff you need, this has all the maps and all the minis you need to run an adventure.
Yeah.
We're going to see some of the maps, we're going to see some of the minis, and all the other stuff you get. So yeah, it's just like a thing, and I was like, how can I be a DM to everyone in America? Hopefully the world.
America's DM.
America's DM. Some have called me America's DM.
Yes.
Mostly myself.
Yeah,
trademark that.
Yeah.
I should. I have the Twitter. That's the same thing nowadays,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Gotta lock down that money.
So anyway, we're going to be going through this tonight. We're going to be doing a kind of a preview of the first month's box. It starts shipping in February. Ooh. So this is the pre-order phase. So if you see anything you like and you go, that looks fun, or you're just like, I want to get maps sent to me every month or whatever, sign up now, dungeoninabox.com. The pre-order period will end. But for right now, until it ends, there's an awesome, if you get the year subscription, you get like an extra 13th adventure. You get 13 instead of 12.
What?
That's amazing.
You'd
Think
be
about
an
it.
idiot not to get the year subscription.
Yeah.
You'd be crazy not to.
So for itself.
I'll be plugging this shamelessly throughout the
Don't
night.
be crazy.
All right, but that's enough about me. I'm
It's a
David
cool
Crennan.
box, too.
It's very cool.
No, that's why I
Super
want to show this.
cool.
These just came in from China. Yeah, it looks like a box you might find in a dungeon.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when you open it up,
It's a dungeon.
it has the stuff you need. So this is the prototype box. I actually took all the stuff out, so it's not a great visual right now because the map's out and the minis are out. But you'll see all of that.
It's incredible.
It's
really a
trust me.
cool thing.
Anyway, so one of the things you get is this 24-page adventure book every month. It's a new adventure, and this is what we're going to be playing through tonight. So we're going to be going through all the fun.
And what's this one called?
This one's called Caravan of Peril.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can play it by itself. If you don't want to start a new adventure, it works with any world setting, and it works for characters of any level. So you can just play it. Or if you're like, let's start a new adventure, the ongoing story arc that's optional goes from level 1, takes you through level 10 by the end of the year, and you save the realm. Or remake the realm in your image. Yeah, there's options.
Yeah.
It's non-binary.
Take it down.
Like cool people are nowadays.
We're all non-binary.
That's right. That's correct. Yes. Okay. Anyway, so that's the deal. Dungeon in a Box, Caravan of Peril. You guys want to just let's go around the table, and you guys can say who you are. Don't tell me about your characters yet, because I want to discover that myself in the game.
That would have been weird.
Yeah, Brian. We can start with Brian there at the end of the table, just like who you are and what's going on with Brian.
What's going on in my life? Not a lot. I'm Brian McGrath. I'm a member of Crit Juice. I will be playing a character that David doesn't know about yet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing going on.
That's right.
Nothing super exciting.
Well, happy holidays.
Yeah. Apparently, there's a Bank of America commercial that's airing that I have. You'll see my face in, but I don't.
Oh, wonderful.
I haven't seen it.
Wow.
Someone's seen it.
Hey.
Not me.
Keep your eyes open for that,
Yeah,
loyal
so
viewers.
Bank of America, guys.
You're the celebrity guest today.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Bank of America.
Bank of America.
I'm Mike Truesdale. I'm a comedian friend of Brian McGrath and Dan Acker and a bunch of people that aren't here.
Yeah, bunch of
Sons of bitches.
They're sons of bitches.
They really are.
They're all watching Star Wars tonight.
I know. It's out
I would be
past tonight,
too.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
I can't blame them.
It's a one-time run.
He gets canceled.
I have kids. My priorities are different.
The beer option really swayed you.
Yeah, well, I'll be here. What else am I supposed to say?
I think that's it. That's
Pluto
great.
TV.
I'm done. Oh yeah, you can watch me every day on Pluto TV.
We'll plug at the end.
Ooh,
Yeah.
But I will watch you every day on Pluto TV.
Well, sorry.
Cool.
Maker of Little Ladies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His daughters. Is that what that's in the
Yeah. Yeah. I don't make dolls.
Hey guys, I'm Daniel Acker, member of Crit Juice, but playing a character David's never seen before, and I've really never seen. So it'll be unfolding for me. I'll do a quick plug. I have a show Tuesday, December 19th at 8 p.m. at the Groundlings Theater.
I got my tickets.
Thank you.
Oh, hell yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, get your tickets. I am playing a character named Raz Clifford. He's a roast comic. It's called A Very Raz Christmas, a show that celebrates Christmas. And I'm just going to make fun of the audience. So if you're up for it, come on down. And I'll look at you and call you a piece of shit. All right.
Well, that sounds
Nice.
fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It is fun. I went last
All
year.
right.
Oh, thank you. My name is Alejandra. I barely got one of those
The one
guys.
with the red light.
Oh, hey. Alejandra Cejudo. And I know David because we have another channel. We have a fun reaction channel.
It's true. We're on a YouTube channel together. It's
Yeah.
how we know each other.
That's a lot of fun.
Have I ever plugged that? I don't think so.
What? Tide Pool. Check out the Tide Pool on YouTube
Yeah.
if you want to see us and David react to like Rihanna. It's weird,
Yeah.
but it's fun.
Or K-pop and all sorts of good stuff.
K-pop, yeah.
K-pop's great.
Movies.
Fuck yeah.
It's
Movies.
pretty fun.
Okay.
And this is my first time playing D&D.
That's
I'm on
right.
Dungeon in a
Yeah.
Box. And this character is new to me as well. So
You're brand new. You've never rolled dice before, right? Speaking of which, I have a little set of dice for you to use today. These are the dice they use. Why? Oh, go ahead. I need those back at the end. Okay.
okay. These are just mine?
Yeah, open those up. You can
Character
use those.
dice.
Yeah, I got my Hello Kitty bag of dice, so I'm good.
What?
Signed by Pendleton Ward. Ooh, but that's fading pretty badly. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Suck it. I'm a big nerd. Okay. Yeah, check those dice out. We'll be using those. So you're brand new, Mike.
I am brand new.
You're basically
Hell
brand new.
yeah.
You played
Yeah.
once when you were 8
12.
years old or something.
I don't know if it counts. I played
Doesn't.
like a PC version
Oh, no,
of
that-
something that somebody
Tabletop.
appropriated from Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if it was.
Oh, it's called Orient Trail.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
I was wondering where all the hunting came in.
Hunting, who knows? Maybe we'll get into that today.
Yeah. Do we get malaria in this game?
Dysentery.
Dysentery.
He got it. His character in a different game got a disease that started making him go blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Wait.
Eye rot or something.
Eye rot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fantasy diseases,
New
so they're
product
even
for
worse
us.
than malaria. Okay, and last of it, but by no means least, I'm David Crennan. I will be your dungeon master tonight, America's DM.
You don't have to put the
Yeah.
quotes.
Why do you put the
are
quotes?
that.
You are that.
Yeah. From
guys
now
are
on,
right.
you have to
He was-
confidently
he was
state.
really
and
confident
I am
about it for a
America's
lot of
DM,
people.
David Crennan.
Because I think I have to put the quotes around it because I'm the only one who calls me that.
We call you
Just
that.
put the quotes around your name. David Crennan.
America's
Dungeon.
DM.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Yeah. So let's get into it. Oh no, let's see. I should also mention that you guys who are watching, hello! We love you. Thank you for tuning in on this night. You guys have your choice of entertainment. Thanks for tuning in here. We have some awesome producers who are helping us out tonight, as always. They will tell you about all the great things you can do, but one thing you can do is support the studio we're at here, which is Saving Throw, which are
Yeah.
awesome. There's great content every night of the week, including, we'll save that for the end. There's great content. You can support them and help keep the lights on and help promote this great content by tipping over the course of the game, which you can learn more about with _tips. They really appreciate that. And when you do so, to make it even more fun, it'll trigger things in the game as you guys, if you want to do that, to contribute tips. So that's always awesome. And we appreciate anything, though, in any way that you guys voice your support.
Always.
Subscribing and all that good stuff.
Subscribing
Yeah.
to the Twitch channel's awesome.
Yes.
So it's also, you guys have probably noticed, our decorative festive fair. It is, of course, this time of year again, which is known as Merry Tree Snow Happy Cold Time. Tree Snow
Across-
Happy Cold Time.
Across the land.
Yeah. You can see
Commonly.
we've got our little Tree Snow Happy Cold Time advent calendar just behind Mike and Daniel there. Yeah. And so I have to read. I don't have to. I get to read the copy for today. Merry Tree Snow Happy Cold Time, everyone. Today is the 9th, thank you, day of Tree Snow Happy Cold Time, and we're celebrating with holiday raffles. If we hit $100 in tips, which was what I was just talking about, we'll be raffling off today's lucky item. Do we know what that is?
It's a loot crate.
Loot crate.
Damn.
Wow. Can Dungeon in a
Pretty
Box get in on this action? I should have rationed one off. A beta box I can send out?
Slowly over time.
We'll do Loot Crate for tonight, certainly.
If we don't meet it, can I just
Everyone
take it
will
home?
be sharing this
Dungeon in
one
a
box.
box, but we can't ship the dungeon in a box before Christmas, can we?
I would have to check. Let's stick with the Loot
Okay,
Crate.
okay.
All right.
Oh, I mean, I've got beta boxes that I could ship out, totally.
Well,
But
that's up to you.
no, let's stick with Loot Crate for now. I'm going to avoid my impulsive decision there. Loot Gaming. Loot Gaming. This is awesome. Look, feel how heavy this is.
Whoa! Sorry.
I'm actually really strong, so I'm not a good judge.
But that's
I have no bid for this.
No, it feels loaded. It's got like good content.
This is your non-bit.
I
Hey.
have a bit for this.
man. If that didn't sell you on this great
Cool.
Loot Crate box,
Yeah, we
so
really Goldilocks this box.
I know.
giving this. We're
By the
giving
time it was too heavy and too light, I was like, well, I can lift it.
it's just right.
Or it's too hot. Maybe it's too
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
Loot Gaming rivals the Dungeon in a Box. No, not really, because what they do sucks and what I do is great. So we're in different leagues.
You're really pushing this raffle well, David went from, yeah, I'm going to do Dungeon in a Box to, no, I'm not going to follow my impulse to, yeah, let's just do the Loot Crate to
Yeah.
Loot Crate sucks dick, basically.
No, all those things are fine to say, and I stand by them all.
I mean, if it does, that's a great prize.
This is a great prize. So this is
prize are great,
again.
yeah.
So if we raise a round total of $100 in tips, we get to raffle this
you're a
off.
lonely person?
You can win this by entering in two ways, and you can earn up to a total of 2 entries. One, any amount that you tip. What's the minimum amount? Is it $1 or is it 1 cent? 1 cent.
$1.
$1.
Jeez.
If you don't, if you
One Bitcoin.
if you throw one,
Oh shit.
give me that crypto.
Yeah. You give us a Bitcoin.
Crypto, please.
Keep the lights on for years.
Yeah. So yeah, a minimum of $1. But if you throw that into the tip pot, in addition to unlocking cool stuff, you enter to win this. Also, if you sub or resub, so those are Twitch things. But if you haven't subscribed yet, you can subscribe, which I believe has a monetary value attached with it. But it goes to support this channel, and it's like the best thing you can do to voice support for the channel.
It's 20% off.
Oh my God, it's 20% off right now if it's a first-time sub, or if you gift a sub. Great. So it's actually, this is the best possible time to sub.
Oh yeah.
Because you could win this, you get it for cheaper, and you support the channel. Or if you resubscribe, so if you're already a subscriber and you want to use this, you're like your resubscription's coming up, that enters you for this as well. Yeah, so there you go. You can win this. Think about that. We'll just put this like
Right there.
carefully. It's probably a bad idea. I'll put it on the ground. But think about it because it's great. Okay, now we can get going, guys.
Well, we are playing Crit Juice, though,
Well, we
right?
are. That's true. Do you want to go down the
So
the drinking rules?
we've basically turned, for those of you who haven't watched before, Dungeons and Dragons into a drinking game, and it's an interactive drinking game with you guys.
No matter what time zone you're in.
Yeah.
Play it.
So we drink anytime we crit or crit fail,
Yes.
20
which is a 20 or a 1. Anytime we roll initiative, anytime you guys can give us re-rolls with those donations. Anytime we use a re-roll, we have to drink. And anytime we use inspiration, which is given out by David infrequently.
Don't worry about that, new guys. I'll tell you what inspiration is later.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
That's
a good
what keeps
thing.
coming up.
You want it, and
Yeah.
only I can give it to you.
And
That's what he tells the ladies.
but we always start with those, and then we roll a d6 to decide what other drinking God rules.
Are you guys up for some drinking tonight?
I think we should.
Not-
Should have Ubered here, but
Or
yeah.
crit
no,
juice.
I am.
Yeah, it is mandatory, and we do encourage you to do it to your detriment. So if you feel like it's unsafe, doesn't matter. Drink.
Rules are rules.
It's like a
Yeah,
frat.
exactly.
We're terrible people. No, be safe. If you don't feel like drinking, of course you don't. Yeah. But we will be.
I Ubered, so I feel like drinking.
Sounds good. Do you should I pull up the drinking rules, or do you? Guys
Go for
pull
it.
them up? All right,
And
I'll
you
pull
roll,
them up.
Alejandro, why don't you roll a d6 since you're one of the guests?
Which is like
A regular
normal
die.
die.
Just this guy.
Yep.
Yep.
D6. You guys are learning. Beautifully, learning beautifully.
Four.
So
God
4
rules.
more drinking God rules.
Okay. I'm gonna pull those up for us right now, this very minute. Oh my god. I know what I'm doing. I was prepared. All right. So go down those 4, the original 4 again, and then I will hit them with the new one.
Anytime we crit or crit fail, anytime we use a reroll, anytime we roll initiative, and anytime we use inspiration.
Great. I think that's what I searched for. Here we go. Okay. Reroll tax. Anytime a player is awarded a reroll token, this is something that, these are the reroll tokens, and these come from our benevolent observers and dictators. Chat. They can give you guys rerolls if they like you. They don't usually like you guys. No, that's not true. They don't usually like me. They love you guys. Yeah.
The pro us.
That's right. Yeah, they hate me.
Oh, yeah.
So it's pitching its profits.
That sounds like That's what it sounds like. So this is the reroll tax. Anytime a player is rewarded a reroll token, David also gets one,
Oh no.
unless the person drinks once for each token awarded.
Okay.
Oh, great. So we can.
So a drink stops
Snub it.
it. Which will be easy to do.
Which will
He
be.
hadn't put that second half. Okay, that was by Paul Cavossier, otherwise known as Paul of Witchmarch, our all-time MVP for.
He's definitely up there.
He's got to be
Yeah.
up there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I shouldn't speak too soon because here's another MVP, Horatio Kyle Gould.
Yeah.
Calgoon.
Okay. What? Anytime you make a mark on your character sheet, you must take a drink.
Well, I'm making one right now.
That seems brutal. I love it.
Pen, I'm great.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was by at Horatio78, aka Kyle Gould, who's a great, great dude, of course. Wow, these are brutal ones tonight. We have 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is by at Sir Farsath. Again, another great dude. He who must not be named. You may not say the name David under penalty of drink. So if you say my name,
Yeah.
David, you have
We'll
to
just call you
drink.
America's DM.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if you insist.
Snub that one out before you send it.
Oh, and
I
this
will
is-
probably use your name many times and drink many
We'll
times.
just call you D in a box.
D in a box.
I'll just call you.
D and a B.
I'll call you Davey.
I put the D in the D in a box.
On the ADM.
Davy. I don't know. Davy you might have to drink. That's kind of close. Dave or Davy. Those are variations.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just call you Ralph.
Ralph works for me. All right, last one. This comes from Jimmy20 at Jimmy20,
Thanks,
aka
Jimmy20.
Greg. Oh, okay. Everyone rolls a d20 whenever a tip comes into the tip pot, and whoever rolls highest has to drink.
I think
That's fun.
I think we should do it.
We
for
should
this
do it
one.
right now for the
Yeah.
Charles
So you
Wallace. You are a true hero.
D20.
It's beautiful.
The 20
Does
refers to
anyone
Yep.
have a bottle opener?
Where's our shark at? Oh, he's behind those winter brews.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey, I'm ready! Almost
Guy.
ready.
All right.
Oh, I don't want to do
Go ahead and roll.
I crit.
Oh.
So it looks like it's going to be Brian.
Well, let's see. We could tie it.
Yeah.
Sir?
Thank you.
Roll.
DM?
Can you roll your biggest dice? That
This
is called
guy.
the D20. It has 20 sides.
Yep.
17.
Brian drinks.
Brian, drink.
You're not in on this?
Oh gosh, it said,
America's
it said
DM?
player. It's probably said
DM?
everybody. Okay, I am not on this.
Nope.
7.
Ah.
Trusty die. Never fails me. Okay, so those are our rules once again.
Sweet.
Anytime a donation's made or a tip is made, we roll to drink. Anytime you make a mark on your character sheet,
I have a laptop.
You've
so-
got a
or
drink.
a little tablet. So, I'm
so
safe
anytime you
on
make a
that.
mark on that, by making an edit, I think that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
if
fair.
I type
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Anytime somebody says, wait, what was the word?
Your name.
Your name.
Yeah, all right. David, you guys are smart. You're very clever.
I'm just too sober right now.
For that?
No, it doesn't affect me. Does it?
No.
I think it's players.
Yeah, okay, players only. All right, and then the final one was, anytime you get a reroll token, I either get one or you have to take a drink.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we'll try and remember those.
Sounds good.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Ready?
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. So please, allow me to part the veil of reality. Rain is pouring down onto the wooden shingles overhead. You are standing in a gatehouse, kind of a narrow gatehouse on the outskirts of an unremarkable town in an unremarkable section of the world. The four of you would be huddled together. Actually, no, let's start with one. Who's the most punctual character in the group?
Punctual?
Character, not person. Whose character is... No, this is,
not me.
not throwing shade at anybody. Whose
If it's
character?
person, we know who's out.
It's not on us.
I would say maybe my guy, being noble.
Okay,
Feel.
you want to tell, what is your
Well,
guy's name?
Actually, no. Now I'm thinking he can show up late.
So no, not you.
No one's gonna say shit.
So you would be if you weren't so successful. But you are successful, so you
So
don't
it's-
bother showing up
yeah.
all the time. Like
That's
me.
the perk of being successful.
It really is. Okay,
don't think-
so then, you raised your finger.
I think my character might be.
This is a fantasy game. I like it.
You know, I'm very acrobatic and.
Okay. And
I feel like I'm
punctual?
like Lightfoot, like I'm there and I'm like there and gone.
Plus, you're a criminal, so you want to case the joint.
Yeah,
I'm
Okay.
a
yeah. I'm probably there early.
I like it. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is not a very big gatehouse. It's basically 3 walls. One side is open to the dirt streets, which are turning into a muddy mess as the rain pours down, and these wood shingles overhead. A couple wooden windows that look out onto the street. Water splashing in. Your character's standing there waiting for something. What do you look like? Tell us a little bit about your character. What do we see as the camera turns on and pans over to you?
I don't have to look like this person.
You don't have to, but you could if you wanted
I
to.
could.
It's the world of imagination, Alejandro.
What do I?
Well, let's start with a different question. What is your character's name?
Oh dang it! I don't have a pen. I didn't write anything down. Thank you.
Welcome.
My name is. Let's go with Kina.
Kina. I love it. Okay, that's Kina.
Take a drink. as
Drink.
You drink. Kina. So, Kina is what race are you? Not to put too
I mean,
fine.
Lightfoot halfling.
Great. Okay, so you're kind of hobbity type.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember, not like a fat Bilbo, but that's kind of the deal. You're
Okay.
you're 2.5 feet tall.
Kind of feel like those the children in the Game of Thrones. Like that kind of comes to mind. There's like they're all fast and they're leafy and they've.
Oh yeah.
Fast,
yeah.
leafy children. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So
on
well,
board.
not like children, but they're the children.
They're called
you know?
the children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen Game of Thrones.
No, they're like
They fought the
little,
White
but they're more
Walkers,
like
yeah.
they're kind of
Way back
foresty.
when.
They've got leaves. They've
Okay.
just so I feel I'm very leafy.
You're kind of like that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what Kina looks like. Okay, so Kina's there, waiting. Waiting on what? You even as you look to the left, you see nailed up to the inside of the gatehouse here on the outskirts of town, the gate that leads onto this big dirt trail. The bit of parchment that says, "Wanted, caravan guards, leaving today." So you've got some sort of motivation to be getting out of town, but we'll get to that in a second. Who would, as you're looking at that, camera does kind of a focus. What is that? A rack focus? So we look through the window and we see another character approaching the gatehouse, reporting for the same job. Who would that be next?
Everyone roll.
Hey!
Grab your
Xander?
D20.
Xander 78. That's
You roll
right.
the big one.
Yep.
Thank you so much for the tip.
Thank you.
Who rolled the highest?
Yeah, you had a different
I had
one.
a
I'm
2.
sorry. I also
had
rolled a 2.
I had
based on
12.
a 2.
12.
It'd be you.
It's
It's
me
Brian
again.
Even if it was the 11.
Yes.
Cheers.
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 Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Keep them coming.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Great. We'll get to this in a second. So, their tips have activated something in the game, guys. But I'm going to hand them out as the characters show up. So,
Great.
one thing that Kina has is a healing potion.
Ooh.
Maybe it's just sitting there when you get there. But anyway, that comes to you from Xander. So thank you, Xander, for that.
Thank you.
If you want to make a note of that on your character sheet or something like that, you have a healing
Dang it.
potion.
Not the drink.
Or you could just try and remember it, but if you forget it,
I'll
you
forget
kinda,
it.
Yep. all
I
right.
just put it wherever I want. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, make a note wherever you like. Okay, so who is this person trudging through the downpour? It's slackening a little bit, which is fortunate. Who's next? Could be anybody.
I think I would show up last.
Okay.
Maybe my guy, just because I have, and this leads into who my character is. Mm-hmm. But I have a wizard with a squid head, so range no thing.
So your guy looks like your mini.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah, he's my aquatic double. Yeah, and I would say, can we give it to the audience to like pick between two names? Have we ever done that?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
That's
Rarely, but yeah, we
All
can do
right.
it.
So he's a squid wizard. So Daniel Acker coined Squizzard. I don't know if he was the
Squizzard.
first person to say that, but
never heard it.
it seemed apt to me.
I'm sure I'm the first.
He also has a tentacle beard like Bill Nighy in Pirates of the Caribbean. Nighy maybe would be a fun name. So let's vote between
Nighy and Squizzard?
Squizzard, yeah.
Okay, does that sound okay?
I feel like Squizzard's going to win, but
Nighy.
maybe I'll be wrong.
All right, guys.
Nighy the Squizzard.
Nah, here you
Nighy the Squid. Oh,
What about Todd?
combo.
Solid Todd.
Oh my God, that's way better.
No, that's Todd it is.
Todd.
So the two names they can decide between are Nighy and Squizzard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we throwing Todd into the
Wizard
mix?
is good.
We'll throw a third option in, which was Acker's contribution of Nighy the Squizzard.
Nighy the Squizzard.
Oh, that is good.
It sounds very regal.
Three
Yeah.
options, guys, and we'll check in again once everyone's introduced themselves. Okay, so is it Nighy, Squizzard, or Nighy the Squizzard?
You decide.
That sounds pretty good. It also sounds like someone who was competing with what was that band from Seattle that did grunge?
Toad the Wet
Nirvana.
Sprocket?
Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Wow,
Nighy the
In
Squizzard.
which case it would be Todd.
I knew that way too
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, we were on the same level.
Toad the
there.
Wet
I like
Sprocket.
it.
You're thinking Toad the Wet
It's a
Sprocket.
good game.
I was going to ask if it was Seattle that we were in because
So
it was
you-
downpouring.
You look like that. No, where are you? What is the name of the town you're in?
Oh, the town I'm in?
Yeah. or
Oh,
just-
so I decide that?
please.
Calms Bottom.
Calms Bottom.
CALMS Bottom.
CALMS Bottom.
An antithetical name to what seems to be going on there.
Nice.
Calms Bottom. I love it. Yeah, and it's kind of a miserable little town. It's other than being kind of at a crossroads, not much happens around here. There's probably, even in this rain, a couple plumes of black charcoal smoke getting belched out of like the foundries in town. A lot of that goes on. There's a lot
Meth
of
labs.
A lot of meth labs.
magical meth labs.
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
you get tweaker wizards, and then that's trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are a squid-headed individual. Mm-hmm. That's correct. Okay, and a wizard. What is he wearing? I guess when he comes in and comes stepping up next to this kind of feral child.
Some kind of like otherworldly rain slick that is made of let's say stars and moons, if we want to go real classic wizard.
No, definitely.
But
but it's just a rain slick, not a robe.
yeah, it absorbs and simultaneously deflects all water.
I'm loving this. It's like you're good.
So it doesn't. It affects the skin not at all.
Okay.
Which doesn't matter because it's a squid. He's a
Right,
complicated
he wouldn't
guy.
He's a complicated guy.
I'll put on my ring coat that never lets me get wet. Oh, you don't like getting wet? I love it getting wet.
Yeah.
In fact, it's essential to my survival.
He's conflicted with self. His
He's not sure
his self-image
how he
is-
fits. Yeah,
He's having an identity crisis. He's probably in his middle.
he has a negative body
middle-aged
image.
years. Yeah.
He has a negative body image.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
very curious to see what of your character's name, what he sounds like. Okay, so you come striding in. I guess you don't have any water to shake off. You just kind of dry as you step in. You see him immediately, of course. Have you seen anyone like this before in your time in the world?
I think I recognize the coat, but the person, but I don't, but not the species, not who he is, but there's something familiar about like his moisture wicking jacket that maybe a certain type of like wizard wears.
Interesting. Okay. Gotcha. So you're kind of sizing you're sizing him up at the very least, and you may pay no regard. I don't know.
I'm oblivious. I'm an oblivious wizard.
Next up, then, if we're going to honor Brian's suggestion, he's last.
So my character enters. His name is Graves, aka the Miracle Born.
Oh.
We'll get into exactly why and how he got that name.
Graves, the Miracle Born?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Well, it's Graves, but
He's known.
people will refer to him as the Miracle Born or
Is his
Miracle.
mother a virgin?
Miracle Born over there.
Yeah.
I, the one known as Graves.
Yep. First name Graves. He walks in wearing his chainmail, but underneath are clearly like silk, fine woven fabrics.
I really thought you were going to say like underwear.
Oh,
Silk.
so yeah, silk everything, silk all day.
Luxurious.
And he's a noble, and he detests getting his clothes messed up, so he has a giant umbrella over him.
That he's carrying
gold.
himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going this alone, and he has reasons for being a caravan guard that we might get to.
Yeah, I bet we will. So that's Graves. So Graves approaches as you guys are sizing each other up, or kind of. You're doing whatever you're doing. You're looking at him. You barely notice as you hear those footsteps of Graves entering.
Yeah.
Human, you said, right?
Human.
Great.
And he kind of is familiar with the people of this town, so he's aware. He might not know them personally.
The town of Calmsbottom.
Calms Bottom, but he'd have to be, being a noble, he's expected to interact with common folk, if you will, normals.
Well, these two people seem far from normal.
Yeah.
One kind of feral child. What are you wearing, Kina?
So I have kind of that leathery, it's brown and leathery and ties and leaves. So it's, kind of.
Okay, so the kind of stuff, if you dived into a bush, you would just
you won't
vanish.
see me.
You'd be gone. Okay, so you're ready just to be in nature. Camo.
Camo.
Cool. Got it. All right, very interesting group. So you step in between the two of them. Before you even have time to speak, though, our laggard of the group finally shows up.
Kind of scurrying around. There's a little bit something off to him. Not quite. I don't know.
What does that mean?
He's a real motley crew.
He's
Sure is.
he's definitely he's a he's a deep gnome. So he's kind of got a little tint to his skin. You're not sure if he just looks dirty or if his skin is kind of a weird, like, off hue. But he hasn't seen a ton of light. He kind of lurks in the shadows.
Ooh.
And yeah,
Interesting.
his name is Embiid.
And you just come trudging in through. I'm sorry, let's start with that. Embiid?
Embiid.
How's that spelled?
EMBIID.
B.
What team does he play for?
76ers.
Question. That you could do a lot worse than never run out of great names
No,
or characters if you
I
just go
just
to the
pick
NFL.
sports players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Embiid, the double I. I was just going to compliment you on such an outlandish
Yeah.
name.
No. All
Watching
my
this crime.
yeah. Wolf was as creative as I got, and it backfired.
Yeah.
Yeah, well played. Yeah. Okay, so that's Embiid. Embiid, you're coming wet through the rain?
What?
The rain is slackening off finally a little bit. You just kind of walk in and stand in with the rest of these guys?
And then
do you mind that you're getting rained on?
and then I take down the caravan thing.
Great. So
And I
you
roll
come
it up and put it in my pocket. So it's like,
wet.
all right, these guys might have seen it already, but no one else is gonna get the posting.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish there was another player here.
Go home. Go home.
Tried to get there. I didn't know where to go.
I didn't know where to go.
My one point of
Backfired.
reference seemed to be torn down by somebody.
Daniel,
Yeah.
I have a healing potion for you. This was
yeah.
the Charles Wallace donation. Thanks so much.
Yes, thank you guys.
What a great tip, Charles Wallace. Thank you. We love
I'll
it.
drink.
Very much appreciated. Enters you for the raffle as well. Isn't that cool? Great. So healing potion.
We gotta hit a
for you.
hundo though to get the raffle.
We do. So
You guys-
a little
The
ways.
two of you keep
$90.
donating.
So 5 at a time. Back and forth.
Or yes, however it works out. But okay, we also have chosen name for our squizzard.
I think it's Wizard.
They have two options.
Did they go rogue? Did they pick something that wasn't even?
They
an
did go
option?
rogue.
Yeah.
Oh.
They did go rogue. We do have 2 options here. They said
Is it rogue?
That'd be confusing. No, it's
Okay.
they've said either Nahi or David.
Well, you have to go.
That's a bit puckish, isn't it? I like it. Did that one win?
Does that count?
No, it's not for him. It's for us.
Oh, you have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say
You
what?
gotta go 90, so we're not just effed.
So you could go
Or you could go. I'll drink, but you could go David Nahi, but he goes by his
drink.
Last name.
last name.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes by his last name.
Nahi.
Nahi.
So David Nahi, who is the Squizzard.
Clever.
Who is a Squizzard?
Yes, got you. Obviously a Squizzard. Great. So there's a race of Squizzards. Are you? Let me ask you something, Mr. Nahi. Mr. Nahi, is David a absolutely aberration? Every time he walks into a bar, people like drop their drinks and go, "Oh, but what is this monster doing here?" Or have people seen these kind of Squizzards out and about?
People have not seen these kinds of squizzards about.
You're truly otherworldly.
But being that he is a wizard, he has some mental manipulation tactics that kind of calm people down.
Some basic illusions.
Much like an A-list celebrity, he kind of knows how to
Blood.
blend. Okay,
Yeah.
And
gotcha.
people recognize him if he's at a sandbar. You're welcome.
Because of squids? I like it. Okay. Those are the puns. The promising puns.
Yeah, that's what you're paying for.
Yeah.
silly fool.
So I like it. So if you walked into a bar and someone would be like, "But you're," and then you'd just be like,
Yeah.
you'd be like, "Oh, no, you calm down."
Yeah, I am a wizard.
Yeah, that's right. Calm down.
This isn't weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No. All right. Cool. So we have our names. We have Kina, Graves, the Miracle Born,
Or
aka
just
the Miracle
Graves,
Born.
yeah.
Graves. David Nahi. Okay. And Embiid, standing together. A fifth member, fifth person does appear, or kind of. They're attempting to drag a overpacked traveling case
Are they dead weight? Because let's kill them.
through the mud. This is
Initiative
the
roll.
kind of well, it's another gnome.
So yes.
It's a man in an elderly guy with a white fringe of beard and a big red hat with a feather that comes out the top, and he's struggling to drag an oversized traveling case, like steamer trunk, right? If you've seen those, like just as big as he is, and there's a bird cage on top with looks like a magpie in it, a really big magpie that's been flecked with like white paint. It kind of looks like it's like a speckled magpie. And he's kind of plowing a furrow through the mud as he drags this thing closer. Cranes his neck around at the 4 of you. Please, would someone help me? It's for the caravan. He looks like this.
Oh, yeah.
Guy on the cover.
Yeah, we murder that fool.
Yeah, we kill him.
Yeah, can't be
Feel free. Hey, it's your game. It's your game. I'm just here to screw everything up whenever it happens. Yeah.
Sounded like a big warning.
Do whatever you want.
It's fine.
Yeah, we
He's on the cover.
We-
Seemed like it was a big deal.
We'll whip him up. Yeah,
we kill him, we open the box, it's a loot crate. We want a dungeon in a box.
He's kind of asking for help. Would any of your characters be impelled to offer aid to this old man struggling with his trunk?
Does he looks exactly like that?
Yeah, he even he pauses for a second, puts his walking staff down, turns towards you, and gives you a knowing smile. Almost a wink in his eye, as if to say, "What an adventure we're about to go on, and I certainly know things about it. Would you like to know them as well?" That's the knowing look of a kindly old gnome. Yeah, he looks exactly like this. Do you hate him immediately as a rival gnome?
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
I think so.
okay.
Graves kind of puts his hand out to see if it's still raining. It is a little bit, and he just goes, "All right, everybody, help this man out. Don't be shy. He needs a hand." And he steps back out of the guy's way, letting anyone else.
He has. You would pick up on this, of course, as a wizard. He has the bearing about him. You certainly notice the little knickknacks and scrolls and stuff sticking out of his pocket. The bearing of a fellow wizard. Oh, they're not helping us out peppercorn. Yes. It's times like this I wish yes, you weren't a speckled magpie. Yes.
I'll go to help him, but I also want to kind of get close to him and like do a perception if there's anything on his body that I think I would want to steal.
Yeah, great.
So perception.
Yes, perfect. So you come out. Oh, thank you so much.
21.
Ooh, yeah, that's good perception. He's profusely thanking
rolled
you.
that.
You kind of
Added
come
that.
around the back of the steamer trunk, and it lightens the load immediately.
These are skills. You can
21. Yeah, he does. He has all sorts of little things and such on him. Yeah, what would he have? In addition to his staff and stuff like that, he does have this potion bottle on his belt there. I'd say he pretty much has everything you kind of see on him here. Traveler's bag over the shoulder, satchel on the pouch that seems to have a variety of miscellaneous things in it. Scroll sticking out, a couple scrolls sticking out of his pockets. And you know wizards well enough to know if there's scrolls, there's probably spells. The bar! 71, thank you so much for the tip, that's awesome.
So
grab your
dumb.
D20.
Everybody rolled the drink. Yeah! 6.
14.
Brian again.
Brian.
Crushing it, guys.
Yeah,
can't
so,
buy
and as soon as we get into combat, you'll be the guy rolling ones and twos.
Yeah. I'm wasting all of them on drinking.
Yes, so he does have some little things. Would you like to make a, I believe it's a,
Sleight of hand
yep, sleight of hand check is the
Sure.
skill to lift without him noticing.
or stealth.
Sleight of hand in this case,
Alright.
specifically sleight of hand. That's how the game is played.
5.
So he rolls that, he adds his modifier, whatever skill, sleight of hand happens to be a skill,
5.
5. That's
Bad.
pretty bad. Yeah, so you like grab the potion off his belt and give it a subtle tug, and it comes away, but there's like a cord tied to it that
Yeah.
like, goes into his like,
So I'm gonna try and like.
and immediately the magpie starts squawking at you.
I'm gonna try and
Wait, what?
I'm gonna try and cover and just be like with like kind of a performance, I guess, or deception. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
so
like,
you're-
I'm just gonna be like, I clearly know that I've been caught, right?
Oh yeah,
And-
you're holding it, and he
yeah.
turns towards you and goes, "What? No,
And I'm
I
just-
say, sir."
Oh, what is this? What is this? What is it?
Okay, make a
What's
roll.
in there?
So you're doing a deception check or performance check?
I mean, what do you?
I'll take either.
All right, 6.
Wow.
What is it? Oh!
He rolled 14, so he rolled. high enough to see-
Hey!
I think I can get this the rest of my way.
Yeah.
Mighty tough. He just takes
No, but
firmly takes the potion back and tucks it into his
I thought that was mine.
Jesus.
Unhand my trunk, sir. I can take it the rest of the way. Myself, thank you very much. Thank goodness I won't have to see this man for the next 4 weeks on this caravan.
4
Yes.
weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'll be around for about 3.5.
Peppercorn, I don't like the sound of these.
Graves goes over, realizing no one's doing anything. He picks up the other side and just lifts up the trunk.
That sounds good. Your feet will get kind of muddy, but I guess they would be a little bit already.
Yeah.
So okay.
He's not happy about it.
I say, thank you, sir. My name is Findle Findizzle Dinfizzle. A gnome wizard of some repute. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Can't say I have.
Yes, Dinfizzle.
Okay.
Thin-dizzle.
Oh, well, no, but yes.
Okay. Let's get this
Findle,
on.
Dinfizzle, Findazzle.
Oh, God. Okay. Let's just get this onto the caravan.
Very good. Oh, the caravan. You don't happen to be going on the caravan, do you?
Yes.
As you guys carry it together. So as you are talking.
Thanks for the
A
sound.
song! ATX Redbeard, you are entered. If we hit the $100 in tips, you are entered to win the raffle.
Hey!
I mean, it is $4 to
Do we
go.
all drink on that?
No, not on that.
I mean, I will.
Oh, but maybe. Oh, and yes, perhaps because the table gets a reroll, courtesy of the Bard 1971's donation or tip from before.
Oh, it's for anyone?
Anyone can choose to use
All right.
it.
Well, we're gonna.
Or drink, because that's one of our basic drinking god rules.
So this
And
is-
then I get a reroll to spend on my own, thanks to our drinking roll.
No, because we drank.
We drink.
Oh, you're drinking for that.
Yeah.
We block it. We block you.
Oh yeah.
You block it every time.
Yeah. Every time. Every time.
Would it hurt? Give me rerolls.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
it
it be
actually
nice?
it actually hurts.
Okay. As Finn, you
More
help
emotional than
Dazzle
anything.
struggle with the steamer trunk into the gatehouse. You go, thank you so much, sir. And what is your name, by the way, young man?
Graves.
His brow furrows. Graves. In my travels, I am a scholar. I have heard, he looks around at the rest of the people, of a certain miracle born.
That is me.
My stars and moons.
Oh, yes, much like his rain slicker.
Whose? Whoa! Look out! Yeah! Everyone look out!
Calm down. It's rude to react like that.
Very racist.
Yeah, have you never been in Publix or?
He's used to it.
And by that I mean like a Publix, like the grocery store.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting to see. Yeah,
Squizzard.
a squizzard here.
He's an exquisite squizzard.
I've encountered certain squizzards in my time, and well, let's just say they have a reputation for consuming the brains of the wise and mighty, such as myself.
Naihi, who has a sort of, let's say, inky, because he's a squid, and an aquatic sort of sounding voice, which I really painted myself into a corner.
Inky and aquatic.
Yeah, I would love
Comes
to.
forward.
I usually do it this way. I give the hello.
Yeah.
I'm from the ocean.
He has a,
I'm down here. I am also a scholar, and I am also very intelligent. I need not eat brains, sir, despite what you've heard. It is untrue.
Well, yes, okay. Well, I suppose I've what is written in books is not always true and fascinating.
I did not say in what direction it is untrue.
Oh my. He says, was about to extend his hand and takes it back. Peppercorn, I'm rather afraid that this is going to be an unusual caravan indeed, he says as he looks at speaking of course to his bird in his cage. Kino, would you be doing anything during this interaction? Would you just be chilling in the back observing these nutcases, or would you see a chance to intercede in any way?
I feel like Keena's just kind of been watching and like staking the trunk. so just like just looking. Oh, maybe there's
Keeping
just
eyes on the
peeking in
trunk.
it. Yeah, I've looked in the keyhole. I've kind of already like it's heavy. Okay, there are things in there. Smells like there's something in there. I like.
You're
gold,
sniffing around
maybe,
it.
silks.
The magpie on top is going.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, not quite that loud though. Great. While you guys are talking, you certainly don't hear, or you're surprised to hear suddenly very heavy footsteps. You hear a thump of a heavy boot, followed by a tonk of a wooden peg. Boot and wooden peg of a very large, heavy-set man step into the doorway or the open wall anyway, right behind you, and go, "Well then, you'd be the guards, would ye?" And you have to turn and then look up to see a 6.5 foot tall orc, half orc generously, but heavily showing his orcish features. The greenish cast to the skin, big tusks coming out from his lower jaws and kind of scarring up his lip there. He's got kind of a ragged mop, like bangs that come down, like if he cut them himself, and a big silly fur hat pulled down over his ears, and one wooden leg, as I described. "Right, you be the guards. I'm the caravan master. Was it all 5 of you?" He says, looking at you 4 plus Findazzle. "Oh, no, not me. Just these 4, I think." Our Griffith 26, thank you. Woo-woo. Thank you. Thank you for the sub.
Thank you.
Means so much. Thank you so much. Right, you 4 want to be guards for my caravan?
Yep.
Well, they call me Rex. I'm the one in charge of the safety, keeping these people alive until we get to the city of Greyhaven. You know how far that is?
Yeah,
No.
Why don't you tell me?
it's 14 miles.
No.
26 miles.
That's good. That's better. That's closer.
42 miles.
Nah, keep going up, son.
4 weeks
40
travel.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't waste my time. All right. 4 weeks on the trail, several hundred miles. 4 weeks if the weather's good, mind you. And it's been pissing rain if you haven't noticed. I'm looking for guards, good guards who can keep them, he says, pointing at the wall. You can't see where he's pointing to. It's just a finger, stubby finger. Keep them alive if you do so. 25 gold pieces, a nice hefty bag of gold to each of you, should we make it. But first I gotta test you, don't I? He just looks over you. You? No, you're out.
You're out.
Don't know what the hell you are. You at least knew a damn thing, but it doesn't look like you know how to hold a sword. Sizes you up. Halfling,
Yes.
what's your name?
What's your name?
I told you it was Rex. All right, you're all stupid. None of you gonna go on the caravan.
Graves pulls out his.
It's important for the narrative for you all to have a desire to be getting
Yeah,
out of this
right.
town and go on the caravan. Sorry.
Graves pulls out his great axe. He's like, "You're right. I don't use the sword." He just starts like wielding it around with ease.
Oh, what's a fancy lad? Oh my god. Fancy lad like you knows how to use an axe like that, does he?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
use it quite well.
All right. You know how to twirl it. That's fine. Why don't you show me? How about this? You hit her with that.
And he just goes, "I'll do you one better." And he just whips it, and it just straightens his bangs.
Oh, the guy's bangs?
Yeah.
I won't make you roll for that on the off chance that it blinds him and ends the game right here. Oh, you ruined my bangs. Oh, my precious bangs.
No, it looks more uniform. You look presentable now.
I don't like the way you talk down to me, but hell, I can't say no to a man who handles an axe like that. You're into the caravan.
Good.
I do need a few more guards. All right, fine. You attack it or him. Just point out. Show me what you got. You do know how you have a weapon?
I do.
What do you have?
I have a short sword and a short bow.
Great. Okay.
I've been trying to read this. I
There's
half
so much.
understand
There's so
it.
much. Great. I'm glad you're making the effort.
Okay.
Here's the important stuff. Probably number one most important, unless you want to make your own decisions for any of these things. Personality traits, an ideal, a bond, and a flaw. They do a pretty good job coming up with cool motivations. Lean into that stuff, or make up your own. You're a talented person, Kina.
Oh, okay. All right.
If you want to hit somebody with a sword, however, you would, let's find your attack modifier. Does it say right next to the sword? +5. So you'd roll, you've got your own die.
Oh.
You'd roll this, you'd add +5 to it, and you'd tell me the number if you were going to attack Embiid. It sounds like a website that used to exist in the 90s.
Embiid.com.
Embiid.com.
I made dick one.
Can I?
Or would you
As-
try and talk your way out of this situation?
I think by the time you've told me to attack Embiid, I've already run around you, pulled your pants down, and taken your sword. So you have and you're like, oh, and you tripped over your wooden leg, and I'm like, so stealthy,
Okay.
and you're
sure.
embarrassed.
I didn't make you roll to cut his bangs, so I think that's fair.
Yeah.
So you do, hey, what? He tries to turn wooden leg, can't turn that
Can't.
fast. Pants down.
And I've put like my foot on your chest, like, huh? Yeah, with the sword in your throat, like, talk to me again.
I like your spunk, you're hired. the way
Thank you.
The way you punched me and threatened my life. The only thing I really respect. You, I still don't trust.
Yeah.
Yes.
The hell are you? I guess his pants are down and he's on the floor still, but he's trying to get up and get his pants on.
I'm a squisser naked man. Naked orc.
Half orc. What's a squizzard, and why do you want to be on a caravan? Tell me that. Tell me why I should report you to the constabulary, have you dragged off, and, whatever they do to squizzards. Kill them, I'm sure.
I'm a squizzard. Very intelligent. And I should be on any caravan that would have me. And I have a relationship with God.
With what now? Which god?
Which God do you prefer? I'm a religious scholar and I can talk to all of them.
Religious scholars now.
Say Poseidon, say Poseidon, say Poseidon. You don't have to say Poseidon.
Poseidon?
Yes,
What?
I know him.
All right. I
We
sound really,
exchanged
honestly, this
business
sounds
cards.
like trouble. I've never seen squizzard before.
Right then, Squizzard takes his ink pen, which is actually his wizard scepter, and shoots it at Rex and makes a beard on his face with his ink pen.
Like a drawing of a beard or an
Yes.
actual beard?
A drawing of a
Beard?
beard.
Okay, like you've strolled something onto a billboard. Oh, humiliating me again. I guess his pants were quite up and he lets them
No,
go
I think it
and
looks nice. I think it looks like you look like a
drops his pants again.
stately man. I think it distracts from your tasks.
You've embarrassed me enough. You're in. Yet another god for my caravan. That's all I desire is gods who can embarrass me and stand up to my tough demeanor. And you already insulted me and showed that you have no knowledge of where we're going or how far it is.
I said I'd be around for 3.5 weeks, and that's my word. That's my bond.
But the trip is 4 weeks.
I'll be there for at least 3.5 weeks.
All right. No, it's fair enough. It's fair enough. Okay, you're demeaning me. And my intelligence. You've drawn my face. You've pulled down my pants. And you almost killed me with an axe. Great. Well, then let me just say this. I'll kill you! He draws his sword from his sheath and lunges
Towards me?
towards you.
Okay.
His boiling point reached. Let's see if he can hit you. I rolled a 12. What is your armor class?
A 13, sir.
Describe how you dodge.
I'm very stealth, so I just literally, he's a gnome, he's a little itty bitty guy. So he just kind of like somersaults forward as you're coming at
Oh,
me.
so you just roll forward underneath.
Yeah,
his
like you're
blade.
going to strike me fully standing, and I'm not very big, and I just literally like crouch down and do like a little kid somersault, like very easily like past you.
His sword digs right into the wooden beam behind you, and
And then I draw on him in his back with my.
full guards. Sounds like I've met my quota. 25 gold pieces.
Oh, I'm gonna attack.
Oh, I've given you the job.
Don't ruin this for us.
Do it.
I mean, I think
You better. You already said
I
you're gonna
better
attack
would,
me.
yeah.
You already attacked. You said you would attack
Right.
me. All right, indeed. Roll it up.
What do I need? This guy. That is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Oh.
Are you striking to you with lethal force?
No.
Oh, okay. No, not with lethal force. So what are you doing to this guy? So you're not hitting him with your
I'm
sword.
carving an E in his back,
Zorro style.
Zorro style,
Okay, I like it.
and be like,
You're now marked by Embiid.
That's fine. You don't need to roll for that then. Oh!
but I do it a little deep, and it causes 3 points.
You
of
do.
damage.
You do hurt him.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, God!
Now we're joined forever, even past the 3.5 weeks.
You're hired. You're all
know.
hired.
Okay.
Jesus, Poseidon, I'm getting way too old for this job.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness, we have to catch up on some rerolls. R. Griffith gives the table a reroll. Is
Drink in
everybody
your
gonna
face.
drink?
Whoa!
Okay. Oh, Bat Caves. As
Bat
I
Caves?
don't see them there. This is somebody else though. We have a couple toasts get engaged.
She doesn't.
Oh, so this is something they unlocked, I guess, with maybe their tip. Great.
Go, yeah.
Yes, is that the goal that got hit? Great. A toast has been unlocked. So
Okay.
we need to cheers.
Cheers.
And this is what we will do.
Oh, Mike gone.
Mike, go on.
I know.
Put this back on. Does everyone have something to drink?
I do.
Bat Caves 63, thank you, says, here's our toast. It's GERD to be a nerd.
It's GERD to be a
Nerd to be a
nerd.
nerd.
It's GERD to be a nerd. Yes, it is, isn't it?
Ooh,
Clinkies.
Cheers.
Clinkies.
Cheers.
Like,
Clinkies.
Cookies. Charles Wallace has also engaged a toast, so don't put those drinks down. He says, here's to crit juice. Right?
Here's the creatures.
Yep. Here's the crit juice. Those are fun.
Clinkies. Clinkies.
Thank you,
Clinkies.
guys.
Clinkies.
You guys settle into the caravan, having proven your worth to this easily outclassed old man who stumps his way angrily back. Follow me then, won't you, eh? Follow me. I'm getting too old for this, I am. Around the corner, down a lane, you guys see the assembled bustle of a full merchant's
deck.
caravan. Big old covered wagon after big old colored wagon in all sorts of bright colors. Absolutely crammed full of goods and with people spilling out of them and people shouting and people going, over here, hurry it up, and horses, that smell of horses, and some of them are dropping dung into the muddy streets. But like getting them harnessed up, a big draft horse to each wagon. So there are rules. That was just kind of a fun extemporaneous way to get to know you guys. But I have a whole set of rules in the book here to determine our caravan.
cool.
Yeah, so does everyone have a D6 on them?
I do.
I'm gonna let you guys roll and determine who is in our caravan. And we need, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're gonna need 7 rolls to determine, 6 really. So 2 caravans have already been decided. The caravan master, Rex, he'll be in the lead, and our gnome, Findazzle, who you guys met.
Oh, I thought he wasn't coming.
Much to my regret, I am.
Oh, I missed him. Sorry. Okay.
Oh yes, I am coming.
So
Great.
we need 6 more D6 rolls.
6 more rolls between the 4 of you.
We
So
both rolled 2 D6s. Then. Nice guess.
good to me. Alejandro, go ahead.
Thank
and-
you.
There's
Go
an
ahead
extra
and-
one if you want to roll
Oh,
them
thank
together.
you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We'll start
sorry.
since you roll the first, Mike. That's perfect, Mike.
Okay.
Okay, so that is going to be a trader. So our first wagon. Go ahead and roll one more time because I need you to roll twice actually for each of these. This is going to be a little merchant.
and another 5.
Double 5.
Great. It's a merchant caravan loaded up with cured lumber. Big whole trees, full felled trees that have been stripped of their branches and just loaded up onto the back of this merchant caravan, you know, several dozen. The dray wagon.
So many houses and paper, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Alejandro, go ahead.
A 2 and a 5.
Ooh, good. Very good. 2 and a 5. Okay. A peddler. A peddler with his wares. Ooh, it's an alchemist. Great. So you see a doddering old man, very, very, very old, long, wispy beard, overloading his wagon with volatile potions. You hear clinking as you hear like count, like as he like his little frail body gets into it and it causes it to sway slightly, and you're like clink, 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 clink. And you can see just rows and rows of vials of all sorts of chemicals and stuff like that. And you can see inside it's heavily padded and reinforced metal bands on all of the covers and corners and everything like that. An alchemist wagon. Okay, we need 4 more. Let's do one more roll. Everyone around the table.
3
3. Okay, and one more time.
and a 5.
It's professionals. A professional on the job. Great.
Prostitutes? What is that?
There's other types of professionals. This guy, I'll tell you. We'll just tell you who it is. It's a expert lockpick.
Ooh, that's
Being
my
summoned-
dude.
Being summoned to inspect the unusual mechanism on a recently unearthed ancient treasure chest in the city you guys are traveling
That's
to.
my dude.
Ooh.
Okay.
Probably another half.
So mine was a 6
Oh, nice. A 6? Okay.
and a 4.
Okay, we have another trader with goods. But this man specializes in luxury goods, rare spices, and exotic dyes. Let's say not a man, it's a woman. An exotic woman who trading from a far climb with exotic spices in tow. So kind of an unusual looking individual. Another.
Hey!
Xander78 is back. Thank you so much. Okay. Thanks for the sub, Xander.
Cheers, clinkies.
Great.
Cheers!
So as you guys walk past this wagon, the wagon, even with the door closed and outside of it, like the woman goes in and slams the door shut, you can still smell it like reeking of like cardamom and turmeric and all these like intense smells. Yeah.
Saffron.
Saffron. The merchant in that
Saffron's
wagon, you
spicy.
can see her fingers up to her wrist are like dyed
That's like Bitcoin.
exotic colors from dealing with everything. Okay, we need another roll. Whoever's up next.
Back to you, buddy.
Back to you, Druzy.
4,
Give him another one.
Okay.
6.
Okay, very good. This is another trader with goods. This trader, however, has tools of magic on board. So this is just a very no-nonsense looking dwarf, but loading up crystal balls, blank scrolls, incense, quills, and ink, all sorts of stuff like along those lines, getting loaded up into the back of his wagon. Great.
Got a lot of ink.
Yeah, you definitely notice the ink, like loads of colors of ink and magical ink. Okay, another
that
one.
ink.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is
Yeah.
this the last one?
Yeah, I think
It
so.
is. Okay.
5.
Okay.
Oh.
And one more.
And a 6.
Great personage on a quest. Ooh, very nice. Oh, no, never mind. Just a turnip merchant, an ordinary turnip.
He's gonna die.
Ordinary
Kill him. We kill him.
turnip.
I don't know why you guys are saying it in that way, because it's just a regular dude, just standing there, the most average-looking peasant, in the most average little shapeless brown hat,
We kill him.
just going, "Oh, hello."
You hate him.
Oh, let's give it a slightly different voice so they don't all blend together.
I sell turnips.
Yeah, would you care
It's a
for?
falsetto.
Would you care for a turnip? Bags of turnips in here. Not with bugs.
Several arrows just fly into his chest.
Your world is Bank of America. It's the same
It's
shit.
the same.
Just an ordinary turnip merchant.
guy.
Great. Okay,
Great.
there we go. Right, so I actually ran this quest a couple weeks ago with a different group of people. Brian, I think you watched some of it.
Oh yeah, on my break from work, I try to give those guys some rerolls.
Different quest and a different setup because the caravan's totally different, all the people are totally different. And every time you run the quest, no matter who's running it, it kind of tables to run it generically. Yes, sir. Great, so we set out. We set out on the...
It's like a dungeon in a box.
It's like everything you need to run a whole dungeon, but it's in a box.
Okay.
And you get it every month.
Have you gotten errant S&M orders?
Have I gotten what?
Have you gotten like people that
I'm really looking to like.
expect?
I'm really like to. I just want to like get into like. I wasn't quite ready for S&M, but then I was like, if I had a starter kit.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I had accepted
like
all
the-
my kinks, and then I got a Dungeons and Dragons box, and it really turned me
That's a
into
good
my
idea,
path.
though. There's room for that out there. Dungeon in a box where, like, 1 month you get ball gags. And the next
Yeah.
month you get yeah, that makes sense.
rope to tie someone up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And other stuff that I probably don't know about.
You got an order from Christian Grey.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
You guys.
Always just go with a reference and then fact check
And then
it later.
fact check it after, throw it out, and then ask around.
We've got tons of stuff here lined up. Okay, so as you guys set out, probably later that same day, as soon as the rain stops and the roads dry a little bit, the wagon starts creaking down the road. Rex turns towards all of you and goes, "You better be able to do what you did to me, to the foes, threats, and monsters that we encounter on the road. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Pranks.
All right then, head on out, everyone.
Thanks.
Head on out. He says in just the big like yeah. And all together, everyone starts whipping out their horses and the creak of these massive wagons as they get going down this dirt road. You just see forest, and then in the distance beyond that, mountains, and you know somewhere beyond the line of sight, over the horizon, is this city of Greyhaven. You've heard of it? The greatest city in the West. They call it, right on the borders
It
of
was
the sea.
Oregon Trail.
Yeah. you were not gonna. All right, I have a reroll for the no, not for the table. This comes from ATX Redbeard. ATX Redbeard.
Yeah.
This goes to David Nye.
Oh.
Ooh, yes, sir.
So
drink
if
to
you ever
keep
want to
him.
re-roll your d20, you can do so. You just have to give me that token back, and you can roll twice. You don't
All right.
have to drink.
So I can drink and keep it? Is that what the thing is?
You can.
If you don't drink,
If you
he
don't
gets
drink,
one,
David
so you
gets
should
one.
drink to keep him from having his
Oh,
and you
okay.
have to drink for saying my name.
Great.
He's drinking.
So I drank.
All right.
So I give this back,
No,
right?
no, that's
So
yours.
That's yours.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's
To stop him from getting his own.
see, because Mike is confused because he's like, why would I want to stop David from getting rerolls? He's a nice guy and he's making the game fun, and that makes sense.
He doesn't know you like we know you.
Yeah, we're trying to guide
Because
him.
we'll get into combat and then I'll use rerolls to kill your characters.
Yeah.
What's that? Cool.
Xander, 78 sends there. They get a reroll for being a new sub to the table.
Table.
Means everybody has to drink, or I get a reroll.
We're all drinking.
God damn you guys! All right,
I like
great.
drinking.
You guys set out on the first
Part
day.
of the fun for me.
So I have here. There's a whole set of rules in the book for different encounters you might have on the road. Random encounters. There's all sorts of things you can come across. I've hand chosen some. Normally you would roll for it, just because we're in a confined situation here.
Sure.
Time is of the essence. So I'll simply say a few days pass on the road.
Okay.
The forest just quickly becomes an unexceptional blur around you guys. It kind of becomes thicker and thicker as you go through it. The first day is very exciting. The following days are a little more tedious until you find yourselves wondering, gosh, really, a month of this? Is this worth 25 gold pieces? Gosh, why the hell was I leaving?
It's only 25 gold.
Yeah, it's not that much. Until one day, 3 or 4 days into the trip, there is a sudden, where would you guys be actually? This is a good question. Imagine a line of wagons,
Yeah.
7 or 8 wagons deep, right? Each one has a horse pulling it along. It's creaking along down a big road like this. Your job is to be the guards. Where are you on a given day? Are you riding along on one of the wagons? Are you walking out in front? They kind of move at a walking pace.
So, David, as
True.
Yeah. Drink it.
as a criminal, I know someone who could connect me with other criminals.
You're a criminal too?
Yeah.
Well, great. You get connected with Kina.
You got criminal contact.
Okay. No.
I was asking. Would like the lockpick or anyone be someone that I would know that I would gravitate towards?
Yes, absolutely. The lockpick is a perfect opportunity for that.
So I'm
Could be whoever you want actually. If there's anyone in this wagon who you're like, I know this person.
I'm just saying, would there have been someone that I would have been connected with?
Lockpick is a great suggestion.
So I'm hanging out and befriending the lockpick.
Great. There's a table for that. Like most things. So, in case you want to strike up a conversation with any of the NPCs, can you roll another d6 for me? I have attitudes of just a random attitudes table. We'll see how this guy feels.
2.
He's high-strung and jumpy.
Okay.
This is his first time this far. His first time this far into the wild. He's sure something bad is going to happen. He's paranoid and hardly sleeping. So his wagon, yeah. So you try and strike up a conversation with him. What? He's a halfling, by the way. Real fidgety, constantly messing with his fingers. He's got like a ring on one finger that he's just constantly spinning. What? I mean, what is it? What do you got to talk about? Who sent you?
Hey, so here's the thing. I mean, you know Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was he wanted me to look out for you and be your bud and I got your back and yeah.
right.
So just know that I got your back. All right. And so if you got my back, I got your back.
And then he just kind of mumbles and trails off a little bit.
It works.
For 21 persuasion.
That's more than enough. I mean, it's one of your kind of abilities. I think you have a similar ability. This is
do I?
As a criminal. There it is. Thank you. Criminal contact. So if there's somebody in this caravan that you kind of know is a criminal, maybe this is the reason you're on the caravan. It's possible. Great. So you've got it in well. What is this guy's name, Brian?
My name?
No, the
The lockpick's name.
Locky McPickerson.
Yep. Thank you, the internet.
His name is Covington.
Covington?
Yeah.
Okay.
76ers.
Yeah.
They're all 76ers?
I didn't go with
yeah,
Ozzy
yeah.
for God damn, Mr. Paradise.
All right, yeah. Okay, buddy. So you're getting good with him. He's like constantly like never at ease when you're around. He only seems to be at ease when he's by himself. His
Hey
hand is
man, I
constantly
don't.
on his
You
dagger.
know what? I don't trust anyone here but you either. So, like,
You don't know what this thing is. They got me coming in to open up. They say it's big. They say every power player in the realm has their eyes on it, all right?
Yeah.
Like they just found it, right? It's underneath the city. But I said too much.
hey, I got your back.
Okay. So you're in conversation with him is where
Great.
you would be on a given day. Yes, Dan.
Graves kind of splits his time between 3 of the caravans. So one, he talks to the alchemist because he has a penchant and interest in gold.
Yes.
And so the conversations are just Graves just kind of almost picking his brain to understand
Okay.
how he thinks it works.
What is his name?
His name will be Tegan.
Tegan. Like the classic indie duo. Tegan and Sarah.
Yes, exactly.
I like it. Okay,
He's
Tegan.
named after him.
Somebody name a character Sarah.
It may happen. Let's give me a D6 roll. Let's see what his attitude is.
5.
He's bored, jaded. He's done this trick 100 times
Makes
before.
sense.
He isn't interested in small talk. He's just doing the job. But
Yeah.
Use a reroll.
I don't like that attitude.
yeah.
Being
You
a
could
noble,
change it.
he gives a little respect, but he's bored by him. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Okay, but you get information. There are 2 other caravans you spend some time with.
Yeah, then he goes to the turnip guy. His name will be.
He'll tell you his name.
Oh yeah,
John.
John. Great.
Yeah, it's me. Just John the turnip merchant. Would you
Yeah.
like a turnip?
God no. Graves is just there to understand how or why anyone would do what he does.
Great.
He's just
Roll
trying-
another D6 for me. Let's see what his attitude is.
5 as well.
5 again. Also bored. Just another turnip job.
Yeah.
Just turnips. People
like,
need turnips, and I'll give them
do
turnips.
they?
Eh.
Graves spends a lot of time he's fascinated by this common man. Of like, why would you choose this?
Okay, what is your passive perception?
13.
Give me a perception check if you're spending a lot of time with this guy.
Okay. Wait, that's not it.
You need to roll a d20, sir.
That would make a lot more sense.
Please.
Okay, so he's got 13.
Okay. Nothing. No, he seems to be a turnip merchant.
Let's go again.
Just John the turnip merchant,
Cool.
bringing turnips to men who need manly turnips. Great. And there's a 3rd caravan you spent time with?
Then he's with the exotic spices
Oh, the
lady.
spices lady. Oh, she's
Doing
hot
some
too.
flirting.
Yeah, well, she is hot.
He's a noble.
Or give me a d5 roll. Let's see if she's into it.
Okay.
Get lucky.
6.
Oh, yeah. Wide-eyed and idealistic, in awe of all the new sights, their own responsibility, and everyone they meet. Naive, swept up in the adventure.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, she's just a regular peasanty sort, just kind of, except she's in this merchant caravan. She's got like loads of all these exotic spices and unique things. Absolutely enthralled by the fact that you're a noble.
Yeah.
Oh, she's exotic. A noble, you say?
Yes.
My. Oh, you tell me more. And so on and so on.
Yeah.
Very easy to get information out of her. Great. So we'll say you're hanging out with her. What is her name?
Sarah. And I guess Sarah.
Sarah. Gotcha.
Way too satisfied with
And
that.
yeah, you do notice in going between the 2 of them, Sarah enjoys singing, Tegan enjoys singing, the alchemist.
But Tegan's clearly the front.
Naturally.
Yeah, and they just have never teamed up to sing together. They have no idea.
Yet.
Yeah.
Could this
Okay.
all be about Tegan and Sarah
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the formation of that band?
That's secretly what.
Did
Did
say it
America's
might be
DM
Seattle.
rope us into this?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This has all been a clever setup for that. There's been so many
For an
subconscious
album
cues.
release?
This is it, guys. Tegan and Sarah are announcing a new
Is that
album.
what Dungeon in a
Guys,
Box
pre-order
really is?
now. It's coming up
Is
on...
that their new album?
That's right. It's been a big PR push. This is all cover for Tegan and Sarah's.
Yeah,
new
these are
album.
decoys. Loot Crate and Dungeons in the Box.
You get their new CD when you get the box. Okay, so you're in a caravan. You're in a caravan. The 2 of you, briefly, where would you be?
I am lying on the top in stealth mode on the top of the final caravan, belly up to the sky, communicating with the gods.
So you're on top of the turnip merchant's caravan.
Yes.
Great. So just underneath, you can hear you can't make out the words, but you can just hear the sound of. Oh no, you're not there right now. Oh, just dead silence. Just
I'm meditating.
yeah. You could feel the terps below you and the sky above you.
Kina is either riding on the very back on the last caravan, just kind of sitting, eating her apple, just doing her thing and just observing. Occasionally, I do kind of wander into Sarah's because I'm kind of intrigued by all of her spices because it's like stuff that could cost a lot. And I'm very intrigued by this.
Stuff that's so expensive. And she tells you all about it. 1 gram of this, or 1 gram of this could bring as much as 10 gold pieces. We harvest the little tiny legs of the butterflies. And she goes on and on, but yeah. Okay.
So but then I also, when Embiid isn't with the locksmith, I'm with the locksmith, kind of slowly saying things like, oh, you don't really want to trust that guy. So I'm undermining whatever he's trying to do.
Are you using your criminal contact ability on Covington? So you guys both have an in with this guy?
Yep. Well, he's not my criminal contact. I don't think he would be.
Oh, okay, so he's not.
No.
Okay, so then he doesn't trust you at all.
Oh, the locksmith?
No, yeah, oh no, he's jumpy and high strung, and he already has a guy that he's worried about, and then you come along. Okay.
Oh, I see how that works.
Yeah,
So
because he kind of shows this guy as like a contact he has.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So I was wondering if you were also like, you also have a contact, some sort of, you knew this guy before the game started.
Oh.
Then he's kind of pulled between the two of you, and like, who does he trust?
Oh.
But you might not be
Guess
doing
that's-
that. While you're thinking about that, and while you guys are ruminating on all the things that have happened, the caravan comes to a sudden screeching halt as the caravan master goes, "Stop it! Men in the road!" And that is cut off a moment later by the sound of thugs, brigands, standing in the road in front of the wagon. They have their long bows notched with arrows, and they are very clearly shaking you guys down.
We're on a road through a forest.
Yes, sir. You're on the road through this very forest that we see beneath us here.
Can I dart into the trees? Jump off the caravan and dart into the trees stealthily?
You are speaking with Covington right now, which puts you at the very let's see. And who are you speaking with? You're speaking with Sarah?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah, great. You're talking with Sarah. You're chilling out on the extreme rear, and you are hanging out, possibly talking with that lockpick as well. Interesting. Okay, so yes, I will say.
I basically want to get hidden.
We'll do initiative orders.
Oh, okay, great.
My good friend, to determine that. I have. Oh, let's do a couple things here. First of all, everybody get your miniatures and go ahead and place them down on the map where you think you would like to be.
What are the different caravans?
You would be a little bit ahead.
You specifically, what is the order of them?
Yeah, like so where I'll be wherever.
He's on
You're
top
in
of
the
back.
third caravan if you're in the lockpick caravan.
Okay.
So the rest of you guys are going to have to go a little bit. It's going to take you a little bit longer to get to the front to see what's going on. But I will say that Embiid and Kina, you guys are both close enough to the front that you can see.
Oh, right, I'm with the locksmith.
Yeah, you guys are both together.
Gotcha.
So we'll go ahead and you can see that there are 6 bandits. I'm going to read to you guys from the little adventure here. A group of 6 bandits is standing in front of the caravan, refusing to let it pass. The leader, typical bandit-looking guy, just a big brutal scar down the side of his face, armor with like studded leather armor. They've got bows out. The 5 guys behind him all have bows like cocked but not pointing, just like arrow notched in. The leader, no weapon out, but you do see he's got his long sword on one side, his bow on his back.
They are that way on the map, or
Yeah, thank you. They'd be like this guy here, talking, facing you guys down. We'll get into that in 1 second. Great. He's addressing the caravan master.
What are these 6 thugs?
6 thugs, yeah.
What species and?
Human.
Okay.
Typical humans. Shit! Oh no, what were you hoping for?
Elves.
You're
Fellow elves.
Squizzards?
Just elves.
Okay.
On the sheet here it says.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have to change that to Squizzards now.
All right, I'm gonna use these
I
guys.
still identify as an elf, right?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm just gonna use a few random minis here to represent our
Band of merry thugs.
our band of merry thugs. Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. How about this guy? Like so.
These out of the way.
The thug addresses you. I've already used up all of my like 3 voices, so I've got to branch out here.
No, you have your slow Beatles voice.
He did that.
I haven't done that one yet.
Ringo.
Yeah, I've got my bad Ringo, but that's not what this guy sounds like. This guy sounds like, I am sorry, but you are not allowed to pass. You see, we require food and bread and soup for our families. 100 gold pieces, and we shall let you by. Or the equivalent. Please, we do not wish to raise our blades to harm you. He's speaking to the caravan master, who's represented by this bottle cap, hanging out in front. He's just sitting up on his wagon, still looking down, wooden leg twitching. Oh, 100 gold pieces. Oh, that's highway robbery. Exactly. Yes, it is. You know, of course, we could kill every single one of you if you prefer that. Okay. You can see the caravan master's like head is like twitching slightly, like he's trying not to look over his shoulder and scream at you guys. Mm-hmm. What would you be doing? I will point out that these guys, you guys are first level characters. Mm-hmm. 6 is a lot of dudes. Mm-hmm. Not more than you could handle, but just so you have some context, it would be a hard fight.
What is Arcana?
As a skill, it's
Yeah.
knowledge of magic and spells and books of magic.
All right.
Okay, let's roll initiative really quick. I think that is the way to get this started.
We drink.
Drink when we roll
initiative.
Cheers. So everybody, go ahead, roll a d20 and add your initiative modifier, which is this number right here.
I crit fail.
There you go. Now you got your low rolls.
9.
It's little, so it's just fine.
That's pretty low.
I have a 3.
We'll start with Brian. A 3. Mike.
9.
9, not bad.
6.
6.
5.
5.
Ooh,
Oh,
rolls.
guys. I don't know if
These
I'll
are low.
Oh, I didn't roll too great either. Okay, great. Who had the 9? Mike, before anyone else gets to act, you got to go first. Unfortunately, you're laying on your back in the extreme rear of the wagon. If you stood up, you would have a line of sight all the way to the front.
So he's here.
Yeah, and like probably at the very, very back of the map there. So if you had a spell you wanted to cast that could go all the way to the front and hit them, you could. Or if you wanted to shout and use one of your like social skills, diplomacy, I believe it's called. No, persuade. Persuasion is a social skill. Deception, intimidation are ways to try and talk people down.
What about insight?
Insight is perfect for if you want to pick up clues about what's motivating them or what's going on, or if there's anyone
Never
else
mind.
hiding in the bushes, that insight would be helpful for that maybe. Or if you just want to close ground, you could spend your turn climbing down from the wagon and then dashing forward to join the rest of the group. Or you could just leap up and go.
What is the prestidigitation again?
That's kind of minor magic tricks.
Oh yeah,
Think of like you're like.
I
What
shall
about
distract
this?
you with a card trick. Pick a card, any card.
Where are all these scarves coming from? How is this possible?
Where did I even get a rabbit?
Yes.
The smell of poo is under your nose.
More in the book they literally describe, like, let's say your like boots get dirty, you can go prestidigitation and they become clean. Minor effects that can't hurt anybody. They're just kind of good.
Like illusions, little
Yeah.
illusions.
Yeah, it's probably the thing you
Illusion.
use when you calm people down when they see you. You go like, no, I'm fine. Yeah,
Flare.
a little flair. Yeah. Don't I look cool? Really high.
Yeah, he's like,
I don't know if this is wise,
Okay.
but I'm going to use a ray of frost.
yeah, I love it.
To hit this guy?
It's a semicircle, yeah.
What's it?
No, Ray of Frost hits one guy.
Oh,
Burning
what's-
Hands is a big semicircle.
Burning hands.
But it's got
The
short
distance
range.
would just kill the caravan.
Ray of frost.
Yeah.
Okay. Burning Hands, though, just so you know the difference, because we're new. So Ray of Frost is like a targeted one-person thing. Mm-hmm. Burning Hands could hit like everybody, but its range
Too
is
far
short,
away.
so you'd have to be like in front of the dude.
Right.
So you could spend your whole round kind of strolling your way up. Or you could just blast him from a distance if you like to do
I'm
that.
gonna blast him from a distance.
That sounds great. Can you please?
Sniper.
What does it sound like? How do you intone magic? Do you have little components? Do you have to chant something? Do you just outfling a finger? What does it look like when you cast
I just
a
chant,
spell?
imbue me!
And then it fills my being, and I send it out
All right.
to mine enemy.
Okay, great. I'm going to pull up your spell details here. Roll a d20 for me, please. And this is you actually have to hit him with this. He might see it.
7.
Ooh, that's low. Do you see if he has a modifier on his sheet there to add to that?
What would he be adding?
Spells.
It's a ranged touch attack. So it would be
His
it'd basically
dex?
be his intelligence modifier plus
Intelligence
1, or plus
is-
2.
He's plus 3 on
This will be a
intelligence.
10.
10.
Use your reroll. Use your reroll.
That unfortunately 10 misses this guy.
Use a common reroll.
I'm
Or
gonna
yours.
use a reroll.
Great. Oh, so
a
by the
drink?
way, because all of you guys have been doing a wonderful job bringing your characters to life, you all have an what is it called?
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
Oh yeah, I
Which gives us
Okay, but
give it that way.
advantage.
yes.
Can I pick it up?
That how you
Let's
do
find
that?
out.
Yeah, it gives you advantage. That's
All right.
100%.
So advantage for you guys who haven't played. You basically you can roll. If you have advantage, you can roll 2 d20s
Take the higher number.
and take the higher. If you have disadvantage for some reason, like there's a tree in the way or something like that, you roll both and you take the lower.
yeah, someone threw mud in your eyes.
Yeah.
Wait, so how did in what circumstance do you roll 2 and take the higher?
When you use your inspiration.
Okay.
Anytime you want to, basically.
But you used a reroll, so we have to drink.
I'm drinking.
Drink.
I was planning on
Hurrah. Hooray. We drink.
Hooray, hurrah!
You leap to your feet. You guys hear that?
11.
14.
14.
Alright.
That will hit, my friend.
14.
That hits with your Ray of Frost. Great. So Ray of Frost does. You have to roll for how much damage it does.
8 d20s.
Do you have a roll your 1d8? Can someone show Mike the d8?
It's like the
D8.
pyramid one.
This one.
The little rhombus diamond.
The rhombus.
7.
Great. That's
Plus
not bad.
something?
Plus.
Plus.
No, not for this. Not for a cantrip.
Plus something?
No, not
That's
plus
seven.
nothing. Plus nothing. But a frigid beam of blue-white light streaks towards the which guy? This guy? The guy who's talking?
The
Yeah,
head guy.
let's take him
The
out.
French guy?
You take out the captains and the generals.
I love it.
And the
So
rest scatter.
Yeah. Oh shit, he died. You know.
God. Oh, yes, the loss. As he's struck by this beam of frost energy,
Does that slow him or do anything
it does
fun?
slow him down. Ice coalesces around his arm and chest. It slows him down. He can't move as fast now until the end of his next turn when the ice melts. He's also badly injured. He can
Good,
see his
he's not
skin is
Bloodied?
blistering. Sure, you could call it bloodied. His skin is probably blistered from extreme frostbite.
Freezer burn.
Freezer burn. He's been freezer burned, but he's still alive. Badly injured though. They get to go right after Mike, and since we have initiated combat,
Yeah.
they all strike.
Cool. Okay.
I like it. Very good. All right, let's see here. The bows come up as the guy goes, "Ugh, you have signed your death warrant. Kill them all." You hear the sound of 5 bowstrings being drawn in unison. Yeah, and we have 4 of you, so 2 people are going to shoot arrows at you, the wizard, the squizzard, and then. Are you guys inside of a wagon still?
I'm in a caravan,
I think
yeah.
I'm outside of it.
You're outside of it, so you're safely inside. You're outside, Kina. Are you inside or
Yeah,
outside?
I'm inside talking to Sarah.
If I'm outside, I'm already in the forest, hidden. Or
Great,
trying
then.
to hide.
Okay.
So whatever you'd rather, David.
And Kina, you.
I'll drink for saying your name.
Thank you. I don't think you've had a chance to act yet. So all 5 are going to fire their arrows at you, wizard. However, because you are on top of the wagon, yes, and you're so far away, they have disadvantage, which means I roll twice, and I have to take the lower one in each case. I believe your armor class is 12.
Yes.
Oof, still going to be tough. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to roll for each of them. The first guy,
Oh.
I have to take the lower one, still is a hit. Already that's bad. Second guy is also a hit.
Can we make you reroll?
Third guy's a hit. Fourth guy's a miss. Fifth guy's a miss.
I think we re-roll him at least on one.
3 arrows.
He'll die.
Oh, 5 arrows come arcing towards you. 3 of them hit.
Reroll one of the hits.
Okay. Whose reroll is this?
This is the
Table.
Table reroll. Everybody
Roll.
Oh, okay, I'm rerolling it. Hit still. It's rough.
Try.
I'm sorry, Mike.
I'll
Welcome to
remember
D&D.
forever.
All right. You take... Ooh. 4 points of damage from the first arrow. 8 points of damage from the second arrow, so that's 12 right there.
Down.
Another 8 from the next one. Total 20 points of damage. How
They
many,
wasted all their arrows though. So
They only carry one.
how many hit points do you have?
He has 8.
8.
yeah.
Wham! You fall back, prone, back onto the very...
But I have a relationship with God.
Your blood starts to seep
So
through
I'm
the
fine.
canvas top as you start to bleed out. You're not dead. What happens
okay.
is you start to bleed out, and someone can still heal you.
Oh,
Luckily,
Yes.
we don't have any healers.
maybe healing potion.
Yeah. So
And you have a healing potion too that you got.
Oh, okay.
Or no,
You
who
used
did?
yours.
Daniel does.
Oh.
Daniel.
All right.
Yes.
But they say
Keep it.
They say turnips have a
We'll
healing
see how it
power.
goes. I mean, that hundred's gonna get split.
No, that's
3
true.
ways
And,
now.
and there's the people in the caravan that you may have made friends with. They have their own
alchemist.
powers. So what happens when you bleed out is we start making you roll on your turn, and if you fail 3 rolls in a row
You
or
really
total, you actually die for real,
Cool.
and you're a corpse. So we'll see what happens.
Very
Wizard.
exciting.
The squizzer.
The bandit goes, "You signed your death warranty." Oh, sorry. Oh, my accent's slipping. Oh,
Too
sounds
cold.
so genteel.
Getting too cold for this shit.
All right, things are looking bad, guys. Up next, we had. You gotta laugh on that one.
Okay.
All right, who had the 6? Someone had a 6.
I had a 6.
Okay, that's you, sir.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
Daniel, you're up.
So Graves turns to Sarah and he's like, I wonder what's going on out there. Sounds like arrows.
You definitely have heard the bandits shout and everything
Yeah.
like that.
So he just says,
Sarah the merchant, arrows.
stay in here, you'll be fine.
no.
I'll keep you safe. He picks up one of her vials of spices, like, and I'll return this, but he like tosses it up and catches it and steps out.
Okay.
And he's like, gentlemen, gentlemen, gentlemen.
You guys hear the voice as he steps out of the wagon.
He gets a little closer. He's like, look, I'm a noble. I mean you no harm. I'm sorry for that squizzard in the back. He's a bit testy. I have in my hand a vial that's worth, I would venture to say, 200 or 300 gold.
They look at each other, exchanging glances.
So perhaps if you just take this and we'll be on our way before more bloodshed has to be shared.
Oi, what trick is this? What trick is this? He says, putting on his accent as you approach. I need a deception check to talk him up.
Okay. Well, no, I would say this is a...
You were trying to actually grab 200 gold pieces worth of stuff.
Well, no, the vial, because she mentioned how like a gram of this is worth 10 gold, so I picked up
Oh, you
one
grabbed that
like-
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd say maybe
Persuasion? I
Yeah.
would take persuasion.
Persuasion.
Okay, if you're really trying to give them trade, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, roll it up, please.
for a 20.
Ooh, that beats their 12 or 13 there. Put on your weapons, boys.
Why so many guys? Really, does it take this much to...
We prefer not to kill if we can avoid it. Holds the vial up to the light and shakes it. Very well. You've purchased your lives dearly today. Have a wonderful trip, my friends. He goes.
Squizzard flicks blood at Graves, going like, "Thanks for telling me about the fucking."
so far
Yeah,
behind
it's
him.
just dripping down there.
Unless somebody else wants to take an action, because Kina and Embiid can still act on their turns.
Great.
If you want to do something. Otherwise, it looks like the bandits seem to be distracted amongst themselves, and it looks like they're probably going to leave.
This guy's pretty hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The guy with the vial? Yeah.
I act last, so.
Kina,
Well-
would you do anything? Or do you let them go? They would be distracted. They don't seem to be paying attention to you. On the other hand, they're distracted because they seem to be leaving.
That's the whole plan, baby.
I think.
Playing it to the hilt.
I think they're distracted, but maybe they're. Can I say this? They're.
You can say it.
They're realizing that it's just salt in there because I already swiped it and put whatever the expensive gold dust was in my bag.
Is that what you did?
That's right.
Wait, but you did. But
But can I have?
were you
like,
in the
done that?
same? You were no. You were
'Cause
talking
I-
with the lockpick.
Yeah, all right, like I had done that maybe like yesterday when I was talking to her. So it's like, oh
sure,
crap, they're
okay.
distracted.
Give
So
me,
well,
I buy that. Give me a roll to see if you would have done that. So we'll have you roll your d20. I'll say if you roll higher than a 10, you swiped it all out the other day.
no, I
A four.
didn't.
Well, you could
It's a
spend
four.
your
We can do
Inspiration.
the
table reroll. You could basically.
Now I won't
no,
make the
okay.
table reroll.
Yeah,
So
you're
then
like.
different story.
Well, you did that, but it was a different vial.
Oh,
You
different.
for
vibe.
sure
Okay.
thought you'd swiped it out, but it's something else. Okay, so
You still are a criminal who can pickpocket,
yeah,
so it's still possible to.
if you wanted to steal it, you could, but you'd have to act now because they're almost ready to leave.
Okay. Well, I want to steal it. I don't know how.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous stakes.
Yeah.
I don't know how you would either. So
Maybe I just let him go. I go, fuck it. She's got a whole caravan full of shit.
yeah, I'll get more shit. Okay, Embiid.
Embiid's hopped out of the thing, and he's in the forest, and he's stealth. Yeah, he's over here somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, so you're sneaking your way around.
Yeah.
Did you get close? You
Give me a
get far?
stealth check to see if they would notice
Sure.
you, please.
You can use your stealth. So you can, like, sneak up
19.
While they're distracted.
19.
So,
Okay, that's pretty high. Great. So
So I'm hidden.
you seem to think you're very well hidden.
Yeah. So he's gonna just target the main dude, and go for a shot on him.
Okay, so you kind of sneak out of this lockpick. You turn around and Embiid, you just as you hear the door shut and Embiid is gone. Embiid.
Yeah, and I see him talking, and I don't like that he targeted the squizzard.
So we're looking at. Oh, nice. So you're looking between the leaves in the forest. You see the graves speaking with them, and the guys turn to leave. But your arrow's pointed right
My
at their
arrow's
back.
pointed at him.
Roll a hit. What is your weapon you're attacking with? You have a short bow?
Short bow.
Okay, you're within range, so that's fine. No penalty.
And because I'm stealth, I have advantage, right?
You have advantage. Correct.
And
Ooh,
a little sneak attack.
you're probably
as
gonna
well.
hit him.
Yeah, baby.
That's gonna be for 22.
Yeah.
Roll damage.
That
Pretty sure this is gonna do it.
a 10 damage.
Wow. The arrow goes. Nice. All right, my friends. Like, oh, god damn it! Ah! As he hits the ground and it just. Ah.
Can Graves in that moment just shout out, "Killed by his own men"?
I like it.
Were you trying to convince the men who know that they didn't shoot it?
Well, like some of these are kind of in some forested areas. They're
Yeah.
probably a little hidden.
And maybe they're dumb.
And
It came from this guy.
and I'll do I'll run out and do a deception and be like, it was him. I can't believe it. I saw him.
Wait. That you snuck away and shot the guy
All
on your
right.
turn, so your turn's over.
All right.
Your turn's technically over as well, but
Can he shout something?
we'll get to that turn in a second. I don't. You can, but you can't make a whole skill check.
Sure,
yet.
sure.
So we're gonna go back to the top, which is David Nike, who's bleeding out.
Okay, so what are my options?
Gotta roll
Well, you would roll.
Oh yeah, roll. I gotta
Roll your
roll
d20.
anyway.
So the way it works is, if you have to roll an 11 or better, if you roll less than that, you slide closer to death. If you
Okay.
roll a natural 20, you pop back up as you miraculously the gods smile upon you.
You could use your inspiration for this too, couldn't you?
You could.
I would
but
almost
let's
save it.
save that.
until it's your last.
If you roll a
turn.
natural 1, things are going very badly for you, and it counts as 2 failures. So it puts
Okay.
you right at death's door. You
4.
slide a 4. You
Slide.
slide closer to death. So if you fail 2 more times,
It's no.
that's it. Oh, sorry.
that's-
and
yeah.
then you roll on your next turn. That's
Yeah.
basically it. So this
Looking,
was
not looking great.
your blood is beginning to seep out. We get a very artistic.
Get your
top-down
affairs
shot.
in order.
No.
I got it.
Yeah.
However, John, the turnip merchant, you hear the door shut even as you're just laying there staring at the sky, your vision slightly graying out.
Sounds beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
John pulls himself up.
Hero's
Plain
death.
faced John is, oh no, you're hurt. I have something. I could help you.
His voice was higher.
And more turnipy.
I could help you. I can. I could
Like a
help
root
you.
veg?
Yeah. Now, something better than a root veg. I've got this. It says holding out, pulling out from, I guess within his pocket, a small red gem set in a thin golden band. Take a hold of it. I'll heal you, it will.
He's dead, right? I mean, like, can you grab it?
You've got enough strength. He holds it. You've got enough strength. Just move your fingertips and just take it if you wanted to.
Wizard underestimating his strength says, drop it in my mouth.
Tentacles all like. John, without hesitating, pushes his fingers into your mucousy mouth. That's good, taking deep then, eh? Like suck down the whole chain.
And he becomes a turnip. That's how turnips are made.
Made from the dead. Your wounds immediately heal, and you pop back to you maybe don't pop back to your feet, but all of a sudden you feel fine, and you like pet yourself, and your wounds have healed. The arrows just kind of have fallen out
Petrified.
of you. Oh yeah, that's probably about right. Just kind of have turned to ash, and crumbled on you, and you sit up. You're fine. Oh, well, saved you. It saved you. It did. Good. You owe me one now, though.
My God saved me.
Oh no,
He sent you.
no. Well, yes, that's probably true. The necklace saved you. Remember, you owe me now. Me, John, the ordinary turnip merchant. Okay. Would you do anything on your turn?
Bless you.
Bless you.
You're back alive. If you wanted to cast another spell or move, you absolutely could.
So what we're dealing with the other.
Yeah, they're all.
As you
they're
wake
all
up,
pissed.
you can
Yeah.
see these guys. Chaos. Your friends are kind of around there. This guy's fallen dead. You do not see
Yeah.
Embiid. You have no idea where he is. Embiid?
Embiid.
It's basically like someone kicked an anthill right now. There's chaos all over the place. I'll let you delay and think about your action. And we'll move on. Well, it's the bandits.
No, I will duck into the second to the last caravan. So I am
Okay.
now hidden from view.
Gotcha. So you climb down from the roof, and John
Yes.
goes, "Oh, all right, take care then, eh?"
Yeah.
This is the person who sells magical implements and things like that. You come into her caravan. Did I say dwarf? Kind of just very like, I just said like magical things. Whoa, what are you doing in here? We'll get to that.
Escaping.
Okay. These 5 guys, I think they're going to attack. I'm sorry. I just think they would. They don't know who to attack. The mage is dead. You gave him the stuff. You were killed. He was killed from stealth. Right. Great. They turn. Oh, good. It's elves. The elves are on us. Let's get out of here. They say as they begin to get panicked. The others go, no, it's all right. Look, let's take the whole wagon. They start arguing amongst themselves, but you keep hearing the words like elves, something along those lines. They're not going to attack, but they're debating on whether or not they should stay. They seem confused, and in that state, we move to Daniel. Graves, what would you do?
Graves then, upon hearing this, moves close to the fallen man in charge, reaches down, inspects his wounds, but also takes the vial back.
Oh.
But goes, these are elf arrows. And he's like, there's elves in these woods where no one's safe now. He's just trying to instill more fear in them.
That I will need a deception check.
Sure.
Because it's definitely not an elfin arrow.
Okay.
Posed by the guy closest to you.
That would be for an 11.
He sees right through it with a 12.
Bastard.
Do you want to spend your table reroll to try and redo that? Or do you have inspiration if you'd like to spend that?
Nah, I'm going to spend it, guys. Sorry.
Woo!
All right, everybody drink to celebrate our reroll. Cheers.
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 Winkies.
That's worse.
Ooh, it's worse,
That's
baby.
that's D&D, baby.
That does not. So you tell that to them. It doesn't seem to change. That it's not. They don't hear you. Basically.
Okay.
Well, it's elves. He said elves. Oh, come on now. It doesn't matter if it was one elf. We can take it. We can do this. Up next, Kina, followed by Embiid. Kina, what would you be doing? So there's chaos all around you. You do manage to take the vial back.
Yeah, I got the vial.
Graves, you can see, is rummaging through this dead guy's body. There's 5 more dudes. They don't look like they have much money. They look poor, but they are armed with arrows. There's a lot of them.
And they still want to attack us, right?
They're confused right now. They're arguing with each other.
Oh.
They see half of them are pointing towards the woods and going, "Those are the elves. They're attacking us, and you know the elves will kill all of us." And the other ones are going, "It's one elf. We'll just rob them and we go. That's it. We make quick." They haven't quite made up their decision whether or not to kill everybody or to stay. In the middle of this chaos, by the way, as you look back at the caravan, there's all the different wagons. Other than the turnip merchant, who seems remarkably calm, everyone else, their attention is focused on these guys on the ground, on the bandits. So if you wanted to break into a wagon and steal something under cover of chaos, this would be a pretty easy time to do so.
Yeah, let's go hit up the lock.
Okay, you do head back to the lockpick guy.
Yeah.
Okay. You're just going to case his wagon and try and steal whatever you can steal out of it?
Because he's got he's the only guy that can unlock wherever we're going, right? That's his thing?
That's basically his thing.
Well,
You haven't seen too much in the time you spent with me. You haven't seen too much of value.
yeah.
The spice merchant has a lot of expensive stuff.
She's got stuff.
The dude with the magic gear, he's got a lot of expensive stuff. The alchemist has a lot of rare things as well.
Yeah.
So there's actually quite a bit of
There's a
expensive
lot of
stuff.
stuff.
I'll let you think about what you're doing. We'll get
But-
back to you in a second, unless you're ready.
I'm ready.
What do you do?
Because I feel bad. Because now I think I formed kind of a bond with these guys. I'm like, you know what? They almost killed one of us. So is this stuff that I have right here, my equipment?
You have all that, yeah.
Can I want to make a scary distraction and light one of my flasks of oil and just
Just chuck it at him?
throw a bomb at them, or maybe on the sides they go, oh no, and
That
they
would
scurry
be a
away.
scary distraction. Okay, yeah, sounds awesome.
Molotov?
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah. Do you want it to try and be more of I'm scaring you off, or do you want to actually hit a
it
guy
at
in the
them.
face and light a guy on fire?
I want to scare them away. So
Great.
it's like the elves they're there and they're scary, so they're scared of the elves.
Roll this d20. We're going to call it a deception check. You have
Okay.
+5 in it, which means you get to roll that and add 5 to it. If you get higher than a 14, I'll say you succeed. It's pretty high.
Yeah!
Big time.
Crush it. It's a 24, 19 plus 5, 24. So they're all discussing, those elves aren't going to do another damn thing, and then all of a sudden, just a blast of, a glass vial of oil. You light it. Do you shout anything as you throw this? Or you're just being stealthy about it?
I say something in Elvish, so they're like, oh, they're elves!
Yep, they're not paying any attention to where it
Yeah.
comes from. They just suddenly a Molotov cocktail goes off in the middle of them. And they're spooked. The dudes run the hell out of there. Embiid, they start fleeing off the edge of the map. You could take a pot shot and try and hit one of these guys and kill him if you wanted to. Would you take another shot from the... that's
Sure.
you. You don't have to. I'm just saying. You have a chance to act before the end of the round.
Yeah, he shoots one at the last one,
The last guy to get off the map?
Yeah.
Blue guy here.
So he's like,
Get out of here! Don't worry, guys. I won't let anything bad happen to you.
he hits.
You! How much damage?
6.
Ah! Ah! Hurry, they got me, boys! Doesn't kill them, but they go running off, screaming and fleeing off the edge of the map. Nicely done.
Woo, woo.
Graves goes
All-
back to
All
Sarah.
except for the dead guy, of course.
Yeah.
All right, you go back to Sarah?
And I go, I'm so sorry, but the vial I took, I got it back.
Oh, you are, yeah, so, you are a bit of a miracle, aren't you?
A little bit.
Great. She's kind of digging you, definitely.
Everyone digs Graves.
Did you spend your
Especially Peter
inspiration? Because I would
Sarsgaard
give you it
and
again for that.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Very good. Did anyone spend their inspiration on that turn? No, because that was great role playing from everybody. I would totally have given it out again. That's it for the excitement. After that, for a few more days, not much happens. A few more days pass. Does anyone have any training in the nature skill?
Where's that?
Oh, it's it would be under nature. Do you have a black dot next to your nature?
No, like, I don't know about
No.
guy.
Bry is an assassin. I bet not.
What if he's a deep gnome?
Deep
I don't
gnome.
know if he's been hidden in nature.
Okay, well, Brian's not here, so we'll say he does notice this.
Cool.
A couple days later, you guys are traveling along. You guys notice a strange bush on the side of the road. This is just as you guys are walking along next to the wagons, the caravan, which is just grinding its way along. Unlike the rest of the foliage here, this one is like deep, vibrant green, and the leaves have these silvery edges. Brian, your character's the first one to notice this unusual bush.
Okay.
And it's got these shining, pure silver berries right in the depths of it, amid these, like the stems are black and they've got these long, sharp thorns. And the berries seem to gleam. You've seen them once before. It's a glimmerberry bush.
A glimmerberry bush.
It's a glimmerberry bush.
Okay.
It's rumored that the berries of the glimmerberry bush are magically infused.
We eat all of them and trip balls.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
more so you can sell them to wizards for a fair penny. They're common component in healing spells, and they fetch a fair price on the market as you walk along. However, to pick them is a little bit tricky. Someone would have to make a nature check to try and pick these, if someone was interested in that. Would anyone attempt it?
Yeah, I'd try it.
I want to notice. That makes sense. So you come up to the bush. As you start going and prepare that nature check. As you start to reach in, however, before you can even make your nature check, suddenly, poof, bursting out of the leaves of the bush is a pixie.
Classic David.
Super sick.
You got a drink.
Yay!
Got us.
I'm not even good at catching.
Got us.
It's worth it when pixies come about.
Looks like this. The thing on the left, not the thing on the right.
I think the
Oh,
you
the
mean
left?
Wait,
The thing on the left?
the right.
My left. Sorry,
Oh.
Like, what?
I was like, wait, what?
sorry, my
I
left.
was like,
Your
if
guys'
the Pixies
right.
knew what Pixies look like, they wouldn't have named their band
You know what a
that.
pixie looks like that.
Yeah.
Adorable. Yeah, it comes bursting out.
I'm just gonna say David because I'm about to finish this.
Yep.
Yeah, David Nighy, draining it. Bursts out of the bush, basically, as you start to reach in. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? This is my bush. Stay away. Kind of just flittering around your face. She's this big. She's tiny. Does not stay still. If you take any of these berries, if you take any of them, a curse upon you. A curse. A curse. What would you do?
Can I do an insight check to see if she's
Sure.
really a curse?
Yeah,
Or if she's just like
please. And the rest of you guys are probably kind of notice this going down.
10?
10. No, the pixies have a lot of magic up their sleeves. More magic than you would think that a little creature like this could have packed. And pixie dust is famously highly magical. So maybe? There's definitely lots of stories of people traveling through the woods and pixies cursing them and all sorts of... Anytime misfortune happens on the road, people can blame it on a pixie curse.
All right. So I'm going to be like,
Oh, I didn't know it was you. I didn't know it was yours. Okay.
It's my bush. It's my bush.
Okay.
Leave it alone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
and then sleight of hand, I'm still going to try and steal him.
Okay, make your sleight of hand check.
For
9.
If only I had a reroll. Looking right at you, chat. Or also all of you guys for drinking so much.
Yeah.
Not letting me get rerolls. Unfortunately, that fails.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I just saw I've got a +4 to this. So that's, she spots your sleight of hand check. So you
That
succeed.
was the worst ever. You
Sorry.
totally.
I really got that one wrong. Yeah, the pixie.
Can I use my advantage? Post
Yes,
it?
I'll allow that.
All right. My inspiration. All right.
What'd you get?
18.
All right, well, so that would succeed.
Yeah.
So as you're kind of talking to the pixie, you manage to grab a few berries. Leave it alone.
Of course. Oh, of course. Of course.
And he's like almost overselling it.
Okay.
I would never.
So you managed to successfully distract her. I still need a nature check from you to see if you pick them in the correct way
Oh.
to preserve their magic. But she will not notice regardless. So
Okay.
you have to beat a 12 on your nature check here.
I don't. 9.
So you bustle back to the caravan, handful of berries.
Great.
When you open them up in the safety of wherever on the side of the caravan, kind of as the last caravan is rolling by, just kind of squished berries in your hand.
Great.
Nothing that much.
All right.
Dang it.
Not too much. That was the last notable thing that happens before you reach Greyhaven, or it would have been, if it wasn't for
A dragon.
on the evening when you guys came into encounter with a set of ancient standing stones rising out of the old mossy ground of the forest. You've been traveling for many a day at this point. The trees around you have become old, tall, draped with moss, lichen covering every rock.
We're kind of in a rocky terrain right now.
Mostly forested, but there's rocks all throughout it. Little clearings here and there. It's hard to find any place to pull over to put your caravan in. It's so lush and natural here. It smells like people just don't travel through here. Like you breathe in deep and you just smell 100 different smells of flowering trees and things like that all around you. This in particular is a ring of standing stones. Is anyone trained in Arcana?
Squizzard.
The Squizzard, of course. Great. This loose gathering of overgrown stone menhirs rise out of a little grassy clearing on the side of the road. Remnants of a civilization long forgotten. However, graven runes still stand in their sides like these were ancient ritual stones at some point. Your wizardly skills spot them. Would you like to make an Arcana check to determine what the purpose of these stones was?
Sure.
Roll your d20 and add your Arcana modifier to it.
21.
That's not bad. So you kind of walk over to them and you start tracing your hand across the stones. As you do so, an arrow strikes the ground just next to your feet. Shut up. Doesn't hit you. Very good. Strikes the ground right next to your feet. And you hear a voice. Who speaks Elven here? You really? Yeah, of course you do.
I don't think I do.
The sibilant
Halfling.
syllables of the Elvish language come down to you from an individual. Let me use this guy. In the canopy just off the side there. Up in the tree, bounced on a branch, up off the ground, dressed in what seem to be leaves that have been sewn into a garment. Long bow, still twanging from where the arrow was in. She, of course, recognized as, "Do not touch our stones, interloper, or you shall die." Something like that. Your Arcana check, however, is you take your hand away with high enough for you to realize these stones are still imbued with the magic of an ancient civilization. They could, if used correctly, imbue some item you have with a magic ability. You don't know exactly what it is. It's not something you're familiar with. But it would take you an hour or two or something like that to unlock the magic in these stones. The caravan grinds to a halt as the arrow hits the ground next to you. All of your guys' attention would be called to it. But David Nighy, how would you respond?
Feel like Nighy would respond in Elvish.
Which
As
means?
if to say, I mean you no harm. I'm simply trying to get a lay of the land.
Which concisely means we've had enough of outlanders traveling through our forests. These merchant caravans which have passed through have left their fires burning in the past. A great swath of our forest has been burned to ash. We are no longer content to let you outlanders pass through unharried. We shall claim a toll in blood from you. Leave now before we let our arrows fly. They seem to mean it. It would be a very difficult check to talk them down. You could. It just seems to be him. What is your passive perception? Brian, can you check that for him?
+3. 13.
So 13.
Oh yeah, 13.
That's not bad. However, he seems to be alone. He's the only elf you notice right now. So it's not like you're outnumbered like with those brigands before. You do get a sense of why those brigands were so surprised, or so afraid.
Yeah.
Which means,
far
I won't
away
ask
are we?
you twice, wizard. Leave our stones now, or we shall claim our toll of blood.
What's the mage hand?
It lets you move things at a distance, pick
Yeah.
things up.
It's not really an attack.
Yeah.
It can't really do damage. You could move things around if you wanted to do that. Shake something.
I think
Gently.
I will once again employ Burning Hands.
Ray of Frost.
Burning
Ray of
Hand-
Frost.
Ray of Frost was the one you used before. If you
Oh,
wanted
that's
to,
right.
If you wanted to use
I
Burning
almost
Hands,
used Burning Hands.
if you wanted to
I'm
use
too
Burning-
far, right?
you could walk forward and just flame that tree out. Yeah, about right there.
I'm gonna
That's
do
perfect.
that.
So you start walking towards him. He reaches for his bow again.
I will
Stop right there.
sidestep and do weird stuff.
Very squid-like.
I will start walking on my beard tentacles just to throw him off.
Okay. He looks deeply confused, and then you outfling your fingers. What do you say? Something different as you cast Burning Hand spell? And then with that, a
Which is
gout.
almost as ferocious as the attack itself.
With that shout, a gout of red and yellow flame springs out from the noble squizzard, igniting the leaves around the elf and striking him pretty brutally. Oh, goodness. I have to see how much damage that does to him, but I believe it's quite a bit. Burning Hands, huh?
Now I'm gonna fuck him up.
You will. I'm going to let you roll his saving throw. Roll a d20 for me, if you would, please. You'll want to roll low on this one to see if he dies or not.
7.
That's a good roll. Okay, so he's going to take a bunch of damage from this. Burning Hands. Okay, roll 3d6. If you would. So yeah, roll that one. And add that total for me, please.
8.
An 8. Okay, great. He takes full damage from that. He screams as the flames lick up the side of the tree, light the leaves, and ignite. Just flame
Sounds
washes over him.
beautiful.
Kind of that.
Music to mine ears.
The elf screams as he falls from the tree and hits the ground.
Did?
On fire, not dead.
Okay.
So he rolls around. Everybody roll initiative, please.
Initiative!
So you guys have all heard this. So the caravan master's up ahead. You guys are back wherever you guys are.
Which one is that?
We'll put you about there.
D20.
D20. Okay.
D20. Alejandra, can I start with you? What is your initiative
And
modifier?
then you add your mod.
I rolled a d20.
You roll your D20 and you get to add 3 to that.
Ah,
A
6.
6. Great. Okay, 6 for Alejandra. Daniel?
A 4.
4 for Daniel. Mike?
It's 17.
17, Mike. Now we're talking.
21.
Ooh, Brian, very good. Great. All right, Brian, you get to go first. That guy's still alive. He's on the ground. You are where I've put you on the map. What would you do?
So I move into the rocky pastures.
So
Try
these
and
are
get a little stealth.
right. You can, as you move through them, you can get the sense of the aura of power that emanates from them.
Great.
In fact, as Naihi, David Naihi, took his hand away from the stones, as you move through them, Gnome, you can almost hear them thrum with arcane power, and a aura of light seems to start to emanate off of them.
Because I am a gnome, I assume, I get advantage to.
Saving throw against magic?
No, I gain advantage to stealth when I'm in rocky areas.
Oh, this is perfect for you.
So I have a 20 stealth. So am I pretty hid on?
You're pretty hidden. They don't seem to notice you. Right? Very good.
And then so I see that guy that's burning on the ground, and I'm just gonna shoot an arrow at him, kind of hidden like.
Okay, you'll have to move maybe up to like about there, so you have a line of sight on him.
Great.
But that works for me.
And that is a 22 to hit.
That hits him. How much damage you do?
I do 9 damage.
Wow, very good. That is a ton of damage. Enough to kill him. Between you and your attack.
Sweet.
Arrow goes right into the back of his neck. Mike, it would be your turn. What would you do?
Well, now that guy is dead, I will see what personal effects he had on him that are not yet burned, and head back to the caravan.
Sounds good. His body is pretty well toasted. You go over and turn his body over and start patting him down and going through his possession. As you do so, the two hidden elves strike from their perches in the trees on either side.
I thought he was alone.
I know, but they just hid better than your observational skills. I'm going to say one attacks you, Mike, one attacks Embiid.
Am I pretty stealthy still? I mean, the rocks.
They wouldn't see you at all.
I had advantage.
They both attack
No, I
David
mean,
Naihi.
they could attack where it's coming from, but have a random
I
chance.
think they're going to attack the wizard who lit up the trees with flame. And they don't see you at all because you've got a 21 and you guys haven't acted yet.
And they didn't burn in the forest fire I created?
No, they're a little bit of. That tree is on fire for sure. They are not. They are not affected by that, unfortunately. That's one hit I have against you. Sorry. I feel like a real asshole. You take 7 points of damage.
Oh, he's down to 1.
Ow! Still kicking?
Another arrow right to the right into the belly, I guess. These kind of almost if they're just materializing from the leaves appear on the branches above you guys. Arrows out. You can see them recocking even as they start like falling backwards into the leafy canopy, like keeping a distance. Okay, Kina, followed by Daniel.
Okay, so he's been shot.
Yeah, you see your one friend is badly wounded. You lost sight of where Embiid went. You do see these two elves in the trees, about 20 feet up above the ground, standing on the broad canopy boughs with their arrows drawn, ready to probably finish off I don't know if he's your friend or not, finish off David Naihi.
Can I, like,
Certainly the first
I'm
one to initiate
naturally
all the time.
stealthy, can I stealthily get to a good position where I can at least take down one of the elves?
Definitely. Roll your d20 and add your stealth modifier, which is, wow, really high. It's +7. So roll that and add 7 to it. And I roll to detect you.
15.
I also rolled a 15. But they don't have any modifier to that, so I'm going to say you succeed. Sorry.
Yay!
Yay! So where would you want to move to? They
Okay.
do not see you as you sneak around.
And so they are those two guys.
Those two
so I
guys in there.
shot. Well, yeah, I guess they don't see me, so maybe I'm over here, just somewhere.
Okay, so like there's probably a caravan there or something like that. You sneak around behind. Right, great. You hide there. Do you want to attack?
Yeah.
You want to shoot your short bow at them? That would be a pretty basic thing to do.
Let's do it.
Roll your d20.
Yes.
If she's hidden, does she have
+5.
advantage?
You do, so you get a roll. Why don't you roll this guy as well? You're hidden, they don't see you, which gives you advantage, which means you get to roll both of those and take the higher roll.
Oh,
So
God.
3 and a 4.
The worst.
9.
Even
He's
with
weighted.
even
Okay.
with +5, that doesn't help you. That's
Dang it.
still a miss. Thunk. Your arrow goes wide.
We need more rerolls.
Oh, get us rerolls.
Give me rerolls, Daniel. You're up.
All right, so
David.
Even if not for the game, like, we're not.
Graves is gonna move towards the magic stones, try to kind of hide near him.
I mean, you're closer. You feel them humming with
Yeah.
energy.
His thinking being, they probably wouldn't want to risk attacking in that area, lest they hurt their stones. But he's gonna. He's not hidden because he's got chainmail, so it's creating a lot of noise. He's aware of that, and he's got no
Clinking
reason
his
to
way.
hide being a noble. But he reels back.
Right.
He grabs his javelin.
You're the 1%.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
need to hide.
Yeah,
Javelin. Gotcha.
and he's just going
1%
to like,
hides in plain sight.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. We're getting political tonight.
Destroy
Yay,
the
Doug,
1%.
net neutrality. Blah.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy the show while it lasts.
Yeah. Okay. Javelin.
He reels it back and goes straight for this guy's face.
I'm going to give you advantage.
Cool.
As Sarah leans out of the wagon from behind and goes, "Do it, Graves! Do it!" I'm sorry. "Do it, Graves! Do it!"
And they've been on the trip for a while, so he's heard her say that in other contexts.
And you're bolstered morally.
Sweet.
That'll be a hit.
It's a 20
Ooh.
for a 5 piercing.
Good hit. So that guy's bloody, basically, as the javelin strikes the elf. He kind of stumbles backwards, falls partway out of the tree, catches himself on a limb at the last moment, and pulls himself up. But you hear the blood splatter onto the ground beneath him. All right. That brings us back to the top of the order. Before these guys get to act again, it's Embiid's turn.
Do I need to re-stealth, or am I still stealthed?
I think you're still stealth.
Okay. So then
Fuck 'em up.
the one, I guess, is closer to me. I shoot.
Guy who has not been hit yet. Gotcha.
Yeah, the guy that hasn't been hit. And that is a 16.
That's a hit.
And that
damage?
is for 8 damage.
8 damage. God, brutal again. What are you attacking with? It's a short bow?
Short bow.
Yeah. So he's looking over there at you, and then, or at the javelin probably. And then blindsided from the side, another arrow hits him. He wheels around, startled, but before he can act, it's the wizard's turn. You're still alive.
He's got one hit point, right?
You got 1 hit point. So if you want to, Ray of Frost would be a great attack, since these guys are not too far away from you. Or you could cast
Is Ray of Frost, can he do multi?
just 1.
Could he hit both of them with the other? Or
Magic
with
Missile
something
could
else?
hit them both. If he learned Magic Missile at the beginning of this day, which I'd be willing to believe, if you had Magic Missile, you could choose 2 different targets for your 2 different bolts. They definitely will hit. You just have to roll damage.
Do that.
I would do the magic missile.
It would be pretty cool. Do you have a D4? Can you guys help him with a D4?
Yeah. Wait.
Little pyramid, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bottom number.
Okay, let's make sure I get this right. Roll your, let's hit the first guy first. Magic Missile. Oh, you get 3 that get a shootout. Okay, how much damage you do on
Well,
the
no,
first
Oh
one?
wait.
So it's a 2.
Oh okay.
On that one, it's a 2, plus 1 point of damage.
It's a 3.
3. Which guy did you
Rookie
hit?
fucking.
You hit that guy?
Yeah.
That guy drops dead out of the tree.
So then he's got 2 more. So then he's got 2 more to fling at the other dude, right?
Uh-huh.
So you can double up on that guy.
Yeah.
1,
plus
2,
1, 2.
2. You have 1 more bolt that can hit that guy.
3.
So 6.
That's enough to finish that guy off. Can you describe what that looks like as David Nighy bleeding from his arrow wounds again? How do you summon these bolts which just flash out
Now
of
he's
his
been beat around.
He's laying flat on his back, playing dead, if you will.
And with his meditative power, with his trance ability as an elf, summons the courage and the power to. And that's it. That's
Is
all
it
she
literally
wrote.
just like
He really he
from
Jack Blacks it.
from his yeah.
Wicked
Yeah, just fucking bam, bam,
Kyle!
Yeah.
Kyle!
Yeah. Finishes off with a strong.
Kyle! Kyle!
Both of the guys are just blasted out
Yeah.
of the trees as you fry
And then
them.
Dave Grohl comes out as the devil.
Both elves hit the ground, wiping them out. That
Yeah.
seems to be it for the rest of the guys.
Dave Grohl says like "fucking gnarly," and he goes back down.
Yeah. There was another elf you didn't see who does say that, and then
Yeah.
just goes like, nope.
But he doesn't want to fuck around.
Yeah, no,
he's like,
he's fucking out. You wipe those guys out, which probably, on some level, is
tax
nice
me a little bit.
vindication.
Sure.
Yeah. Not bad. You wipe them out. You
Probably
find
wasn't
yourself-
wise to do all the Jack Blackisms as I'm waning in energy.
The battle ends, however, you're at 1 hit point, so you're okay. You managed to crawl back to your feet. The combat ends. You have enough time to finish inspecting these stone obelisks, if you choose to do so. You're the one with the Arcana check. You already rolled
Yeah.
for it. These obelisks have the ability to imbue. They at some point were part of some greater magic ritual, but now, many eons later, simply have the ability to imbue one item, whatever it is you guys choose it to be, with the drift light property.
Each of us or one of us?
One of us, just one item. It could be anything really.
The turnips.
Says John.
Drift light is a magical property you learn that can be imbued into any item, granting it the ability to float near their owner and shed a gentle light.
Oh.
Driftlight items were originally crafted by a fallen elven kingdom, you learn from these runes, as a necessary convenience while traveling in dark and lightless realms.
Being
I
a-
don't need to.
Being a nobleman, Graves gets his javelin and goes, I feel my javelin should be given this power. And then it
It just does it.
flashes an image of Yondu. Ready to zip around.
Yeah.
Well, he's just basically stated his case. But he's open to hear if someone else has a better idea.
No one else seems to have a better idea, so he does it.
Sick.
Yep.
Graves. Okay, great. So, so you have a driftlight item. To activate, a driftlight item must be lifted into the air by its owner and the command word spoken. The item begins to hover under its own power, so you just take your hand away and it stays there, shedding bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light another 10 feet out beyond that, so it just basically is lit up like a flashlight. The driftlight item remains at the height it was released at relative to the owner and stays within 5 feet of you at all times, so it just floats there. The item immediately reverts to normal when the command word is repeated, falling to the ground if someone's not there to catch it. Theoretically, any object can become a driftlight item. However, they can't support weight. Anything more than a very small amount of weight, so anything more than like a light breeze would disrupt it and cause it to fall to the ground. Okay, so similarly, if someone else wanted to run up and grab it out of the air, they could do so, but otherwise, it works.
Great.
The command word is whatever the last proper name is that the character said. In this case, you said Yondu.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it works for me. So
That's perfect.
works for me. So that's the magic item to activate your driftlight property.
Can be Yondu for it to fly and Yon don't for it to...
Sure, that works.
No, let's keep it Yondu.
All right.
Simple.
Yeah. So you basically just place your javelin wherever you want it to, and it just will float
Now, is it where, or if I throw it and yell it, would it like... But it has to stay within 5 feet of me, so I guess it couldn't.
there. Yeah, for that ability to work. But you could just be walking around and just having it float there next to your shoulder,
Great.
and then if you needed to, just grab it out of the air and chuck it at somebody.
Yeah.
It's basically like a ready to action of his javelin.
Yeah, basically, it also sheds light like a torch, so it just
Yeah.
frees up your hands to do whatever, and you're surrounded by light.
So
For all
he-
your baking.
Yeah, my baking stuff. So Graves then like picks up
Important
his
stuff.
javelin and he kind of does some practice swings with it, and when he gets to his like maximum point, he goes Yondu, and it just stays right there. So when he wants to throw it, he just has to cock his arm and just
let
grip
it go.
and fly.
I like that. I like that very much.
Yeah, me too.
That brings us to our final day of travel. Thank you. Who came up with that great magic item idea? I did. It's in the book.
It's in the book.
It's in the book. Every adventure book has its own original magic item. There's also original monsters. And in addition to the strike the set.
Oh,
Strike
goodness.
it. strike it. We've got one final
He gets real cocky, you know.
set piece encounter. I do. Well,
Wow.
it's that or I
America's
cry.
DM.
It's that or I cry to myself. So might as
Like
well.
when he cries.
No one likes that. There we go. The final map. Another long day of travel draws to a close with the setting of the sun. The wagons have circled for the evening in a grassy clearing. This, by the way, is the map you would be getting with the first Adventure in the Box, Dungeon in a Box.
Very cool.
Yeah, this guy
You
right
guys
here.
see that?
I don't know if you can or not.
Yeah,
Cam?
they got it. Well, no.
Oh, it's beautiful.
They got this thing, I think.
They got that thing, maybe.
We're not sure.
The wagons have circled for the evening in a grassy clearing just off to the side of the trail. Camp has been set up. The horses unhitched and the wagons opened up to air out in the cool evening air. In the middle of the camp, a cook fire has been lit, drawing together the hungry travelers. A hearty stew bubbles away, filling the air with its mouth-watering aroma. The cook clangs his ladle, I guess it would be Rex, stumps his way over and clangs the side of the pot a couple times with the ladle, puts a hand to the side of his mouth to call dinner, and is cut off. The chilling howl of a wolf pack, long, low, and nearby, cuts through the night air.
Question on behalf of my friend who's never played before. Did he have a chance to rest?
Yeah, we'll say
And
this
heal.
we'll say this happens to be a day later. So you heal up, you're at full hit points, you get to choose new spells. Normally I would say no to that, Brian, but it's your first time
played.
playing.
Come on.
Try not to give him the worst experience ever. Or you die again, and now you're dead.
Now you have 1 hit point and good luck.
And wolves.
You hear the howl of wolves. It sounds like they're quite nearby, coming from somewhere in these woods around you. Rex, the caravan master, freezes, turns again, looks right into your eyes. What do we do? What do you guys do? Go ahead and put yourselves on the map wherever you would be.
Do you know which caravans are which caravans?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
Bob?
whichever one you want it to be. Which one do you want it
Thanks.
to be? That's the one.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm on top of that caravan.
That's the one you're on
And
top.
this is where we are when we hear the wolves.
This is where you are when you hear the wolves.
I'm eating.
Davad.
This guy can wait. That's about it.
I will drink for saying your name, but
Please. Devon. Yes, that counts.
close enough. But I have a superior dark vision.
Yes, sir. How
So,
far does that give you range up to?
120 feet.
Great. Okay, so there's actually a little note here on light qualities and everything like that. Light. The cook fire casts enough light for you guys to see normally within this circle. Outside of the ring of wagons, it's dim light. If you have superior dark vision, you can still see normally. I would say out into the woods surrounding the place.
So do I know where the wolvesies are?
That's a great question. Give me a perception check to figure that out. Even though you can see clearly, it's still heavy undergrowth in the woods that surround you guys. I would give 3/4 cover to anybody who's out there.
13.
13 is not too bad. Yeah, you look around. Yeah, I would say with that perception check, you can tell that they're approaching pretty quickly from the northeast corner. It could be there at any moment. My northeast, so we'll say towards that corner.
So
closest to
I'm
me.
looking towards them.
Yes, you absolutely are. And what's
So I see them.
You see him, sir. Yes, you do. Let me see
Okay.
if I have my minis with me. Uh-oh, I don't. Okay, no problem. Unless I have them around here somewhere. Great. We'll use some placeholder minis because normally this would actually come with
Oh, the wolves would
the
come with
wolves and all the stuff you would
it?
need.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, it's great. I buried it underneath all of my prep stuff here somewhere, so rather than dig through everything. Oops.
That one
Grab these
died.
guys.
That one
What would-
died.
Thank
It's
you.
dead. It's a
If
dead
you,
wolf.
if you drop it, it died.
Shut up. What would the rest of you guys be doing to get ready? Would you guys be trying to figure anything else out?
Well, Graves, because it was the campfire, was telling the story of his name.
Oh,
And finish it. So he's like, I'll continue this in a second.
no, don't tell us now.
No. Patience. And he gives a smile to Sarah, who's been really into him.
Yep. Tegan's also really into it as well, though.
Yeah. He's a side
me as well.
Calm down, Tegan. As his javelin is glowing and floating next to him.
can't stop staring at your big javelin.
Yeah, this thing's also pretty nice, too.
That's what I meant. All right. So are you guys happy with where you've placed yourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 wolves. Yes, these are wolves. Check out how cool they are.
Ooh, are these iron tusks?
Yes, these
Those
ones
are great.
Are we
So,
supposed to all say what we're doing?
yeah, would you be doing
Are you on
something?
top?
You're also on top of the wagon.
I'm right here. Yeah. I would also employ my dark vision, which has a 60-foot radius,
You see him out there.
and I have a nature, a +3 nature
Skill.
skill.
Would you like to roll a nature check? See if you can figure some stuff out.
I think for now I am armed with my small knife for close
Interesting.
combat.
He's got the knife out. You also have your shocking grasp cantrip that you can blast somebody
Yeah.
with if you ever need to. Okay, but you've got your knife out.
Laying in wait.
Great. Your nature check, I will say, even without a roll, it's very unusual for wolves to attack a circled wagon, right? Like that's a show of strength. So usually that only happens if someone's spurring them on for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's unusual. Kina, are you happy with where your character is? What would you be doing when you hear the wolves attacking? The caravan masters and the tizzy. Everyone else who's out there, Sarah, Tegan, the other non-pop stars. John. John actually takes it quite well. But everyone else, who's the other guy? Covington. Covington jumps a mile when he hears the wolves yell. Everyone freaks out. Oh my God, wolves, what do we do? Everyone's attention is turned towards you guys, towards you competent protectors. What would you be doing here?
I think I would also, I guess, get the best view and jump on top of a wagon.
Climb up on top of a
Yeah.
wagon. Very smart. Okay, great. So you have a little harder time peering into the darkness than these guys who can see in the dark with their dark vision, but still, you can make out dark shapes moving through the underbrush. Let's do an initiative check.
Initiative.
Rushing. Yay! Initiative. Rushing through the underbrush. Closing ground swiftly, at full speed actually. A pack of wolves. This will be our caravan master.
6.
Oh, I might as well, since we don't have any other minis. So every box comes with a couple awesome minis as well, that you can just add to your collection. Here are the 2 minis that I have with this particular box.
Nice.
We've got a cool mage. We've got a person with a bow. So I'm going to say person with a bow is Sarah. And I'm going to say cool mage is,
Tegan?
Findazzle?
yeah, probably Findazzled. Tegan, we have a couple good options there. Or Tegan or
John.
Or John. We'll go with Findazzled. Let's do what?
Initiative,
Yes. Initiative, please. And then, Brian, we'll start with you. What do you roll, sir?
19.
Wow, that's good. 19. Mike, what do you roll?
6.
6. That's not so good, Mike. What'd you have, sir?
3.
3. Even
our big one?
worse.
Yep.
Yeah, please.
8.
Plus
8
3,
plus
11.
11. You gotta add, always gotta add your.
Oh,
you always
okay.
gotta add
11.
that. You're good. You got it. Sir,
Embiid.
Embiid. Unfortunately, a 19 is not enough to make Embiid act first. I
The
know.
wolves turn on each other. This is a tricky game.
The wolves go charging.
Trickiest of cans. Would you like a Coors Light can? That's
This
not,
part is
not
it
as
looks
tricky.
like a normal can,
But it tips
but keeps
over.
getting in my way.
Yeah.
Actually, you might get to go first. What is your dexterity?
My
Embiid, this is important.
dexterity is a 15.
So is mine.
Roll off?
It's a roll off.
So roll.
So your nerves
roll off
tense. You
farms.
see the wolves
Those
coming,
little
but
people with the farm.
they're coming so much faster than you could have anticipated. You prepare your action, but I rolled a 16.
I rolled a 13.
Yes, the wolves get to go first.
Great.
They come rushing forward. So even though I have these giant things here on the board, so the box actually comes with cool little flat plastic minis and little bases that are pretty sweet. And they're a little bit smaller than those guys to represent. The wolves are a little bit smaller. They come rushing in underneath the wagons and into the camp itself as they kind of hunker low like a dog running quickly through like reeds.
Like this.
I have to say again, Iron Tusk does the best minis.
Incredible.
So if you guys need minis, hit him up, man. I mean, these are like fish people. I don't know exactly what they are.
Yeah, these are rad fish people.
They're really freaking detail oriented and they're really cool. So,
I should say, actually, this would be fair. Brian, Keena, and David. It's so weird for me to say my own name.
Nike. The
David
Nike.
I think you all should have you probably all have a action prepared. I'm going to give you guys like a ready to action. If you want to attack from the top or leap down or do something before they can get under the wagon. Because you guys are all ready for this. So I will say...
Because we see it.
Yeah, you saw this coming. I think you'd have a chance to... You were prepared. Let's start with you, Embiid. Would you do something as the wolf comes charging in?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm kind of reactionary, so...
Yes, you are. Chaos is gripping the camp. People are shrieking. Sarah's going, they're getting closer! They're getting closer! But in like a sexy accent like I was doing before. They're getting closer. Yes, sir.
I think I'm a gnome. I would lay
I know you're a
flat
gnome.
to hide so that I know I can have an advantage coming up.
You drop low and hide.
Do you need me to roll? Or is that...
Yeah, roll.
21.
Nice. Okay.
Good?
Yeah, David.
I would
David 90.
jump down from the wagon on the blind side.
Opposite of where the wolves are.
And get a sight line at them. Yes.
With a little cover from you.
With a little cover.
Great. That'll give you advantage to hit. Okay, and Keena, would you attack? Would you take a strategic position?
And they've already come under?
I think you could attack even before they got under if you wanted to.
Oh, I think it says I'm brave. So I jump onto one of the wolves with my short sword. Like that.
Whoa, that is brave.
I do.
Okay, roll a d20.
Love it. Love it.
No, maybe not.
Fuck, it kills me.
It's gonna kill the shit out of you.
Use your advantage.
You do have this advantage. Okay, if you give that to me, you get to roll.
Yes.
You can roll this one and take the higher of the two.
Oh god, come on guys.
Oh, the one you rolled already.
Oh, the 4 stays.
Yeah.
And then
this just gives you
a secondary.
It's essentially the same thing. You basically get a reroll. You could use the higher.
12.
12
plus
5, 17.
Plus 5 is that her, Mom?
Yeah, short sword.
So we get to add your short.
She's beefy.
You're trying to jump down and stab with your sword.
Yeah, like I'm like jumping onto him, like like that.
You hit it. You absolutely hit it. You go flying down, sword out, and you drive it into the wolf as it comes underneath you. Yeah! You feel like the blade goes in deep. It starts growling.
Yes!
Damage. Let's see what happens. This thing.
Whoa!
It's a 9 piercing.
Oh, it's a 9?
You get to add an extra 3. Really? Plus 3 more?
Yep.
You killed it.
Yeah!
This one.
There's one.
Keena drives the sword into the wolf. The wolf continues forward another 10 feet or so
Are you the
before
other
the
way?
body just gives out and skids to a stop.
Sweet.
That's pretty dope. Then the wolves get to go. The one that you killed, the other 2 are gonna lunge towards. So Keena's right there in between the 2 wolves. The other 2 come skidding to a halt, wheel around, and then dart towards you and lunge towards you with jaws slathering out. I have that and. Ooh! I rolled a natural 20. That is our crit. That is our first critical hit of the night, which means I hit and I do double damage to which.
And we drink?
What?
No, we don't drink on his. No.
Why not though? Isn't that fair?
No.
Doesn't that feel exclusionary? All right, you take 3, 4, 5.
All dice roll twice.
Yes, sir. 6, 7 points of damage.
2.
7 points of damage.
7 minus the 9.
And I need you to make a strength saving throw. Can you roll that and add your strength modifier, which is minus 1.
Mine's minus 2. I'm
Oh,
so
you know.
weak.
And you roll the 3. Not only does it lunge into you, it knocks you flat to the ground as you're pinned underneath the wolf. Basically, probably just fanged jaws hit your neck.
Yeah.
And it has you to the ground and it starts tearing at your throat. You guys see Kina just get dragged to the ground. Feels bad.
Yeah, it feels awful.
You don't feel the pain because your heart is racing like mad, but you do start to lose consciousness a little bit.
David, I just noticed your shirt. I like it.
Drink.
Yeah, it's a super red like mandala,
I'll drink.
but with like dice on it. Yes, thank you. The other wolf, I think, seeing that it doesn't want to fight its friend for food, because that one's already taken, continues to dart around, comes past you, and who's this?
That's me.
That's you. From behind, leaps on Graves from behind.
Let's do this.
That's another natural
David.
20.
Hot hand.
Drives you into the ground, presumably. So we're going to crit.
These
those
dice are weighted.
3, 6. Wow. So 9 points of damage to you as well.
Are you beefy or no?
I'm sorry,
Beefy.
8 points of damage only.
Okay, so I'm at still 4. So
4, okay.
Alive.
Luckily you're the fighter. That would have been enough to take these guys down. 8 points of damage. Give me a strength saving throw to avoid being pinned to the ground like Kina.
that's a 10.
That's a failure. You needed an 11.
Actually, no, sorry. It's a 12. I forgot that my strength.
Oh, you
was
pulled
five.
David. You've been learning.
Yeah.
You wait until you find out what it is, and then you add 2 more.
And then you just go, yeah, that'd be
It's
better.
just an 8. Oh, I'm sorry. An 18.
18. Oh, I forgot to carry the 10 spots.
Yeah. Okay, so it slams into you, drives you back, but you manage to fight against it and stay on your feet. But it still probably has it's probably biting your thigh.
Yeah, that's fine.
Through the chainmail, you can feel the pressure. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. Okay. Alejandra.
Yeah.
Kina, you are pinned beneath this wolf. You still have the short sword almost flew from your grip, but you still just barely have it. What would you be doing?
She's before me?
I think so. She had a. Am I looking at my
Did
right
I just
initiative?
I had a
right
19.
before
Oh, you but you
Graves,
had
right?
your prepared attacks.
Ah, that's what threw me off. Sorry. So it is your turn, sir, and then
So she's pinned, right?
yeah, and then it's Alejandra's turn.
All right. So I'm going Chancho Drift style,
What does that mean?
and I'm just jumping stealthily because I'm hidden right now, so they don't know I'm up there, and I'm jumping with my rapier and going straight down on the wolf that's on
Kina style.
Kina. Yeah,
Style.
I like it.
Chancho Drift for the Creatures fans.
I like it. Okay, roll with advantage to hit because you were hidden.
Get it, get it.
If you fail by a wide margin, I think you'll stab Kina to death.
A 12.
That just
Because I had advantage, I rolled a crit fail on the other one.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh! If only it had been that crit fail, he could
I
have
know.
just stabbed
I would
you.
have murdered you,
That would have been.
but I had
great.
advantage. So.
12 hits, just barely hits.
Okay.
You come flying down. Roll damage.
Oh, I need to roll my sneak attack too.
Ooh.
Um,
Sneak attack damage because you're a sneaky rogue.
because I'm a sneaky rogue. So that
Two
is
sneaky rogues in this group.
8 damage.
8 damage does not kill it. It is still alive, but
I'm on
badly
it.
injured. You are on it, so you put yourself there.
Yeah.
So okay, so you're like almost like a
I'm
horse
literally
on
like,
it.
I'm a gnome, so probably I can ride. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
on top
you're
of the
on
This is
wolf.
a goblin, which you're about the same size
Yeah.
on one, so you're kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could be on it. Just driving the sword into the back of the thing. It's snarling wolf furs flying.
I
all
think it
around
was
you.
like one. I kind of had a little bit of a flourish, and I thought I was gonna just end it, and it didn't. So, but it's in. So now it's kind of like my
It's your
your pommel.
my pommel, my joystick, whatever. Yeah. So
It keeps trying to snap at you over its shoulder. Sorry. With
yeah,
its,
but
with
I'm
its
on
fangs.
it.
It's trying to kill you.
Great.
Alejandra, it is your turn. So the wolf is still kind of on top of you, but it's trying to eat him now. Your sword
stab.
just out of your grip. You could stab it. It probably would be a good idea. Or you could do something else cool.
I have a question.
Yes.
So it says like, what does it mean when I say you can move through the space of any creature that is of a size larger than yours?
If you were walking,
Oh.
It doesn't mean through them.
but if this thing's pinning you down,
It is a size larger than you. Wolves are medium, and you're small. I think it does mean that. Can I see
Or
that?
naturally stealthy, like you can attempt to hide. but I don't know
Oh,
what it is.
is
So
that
you
going to
could, so you could like roll and like hide and like hide from the
You
wolf.
could try and hide, but you couldn't hide from this wolf because it's
he's already
attacking you.
Yeah.
You could hide
So
from
that's
the other wolf by hiding behind this wolf.
Gotcha.
But
All right, so let me
Smart.
short sword him again.
yeah, that's what's up.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, that's
Do it
what
again.
happens when a wolf's on you. You should just stab
Short
it
sword
so
him.
it's dead. Roll your d20.
And then add 5.
Try and hit.
Oh,
I'm
God.
sorry, been rolling badly this
That's
game.
bad,
That's
man.
bad luck. What did you kick an orphan today or anything like that? Push an old
2.
lady down? That'll happen. That's a
Not
miss.
today.
You're just too. The wolf is on top of you. You're trying to reach for the sword, but it's all scrabbling around on top of you.
Yikes.
You're rolling around, struggling. Mike, it's David's turn.
All right.
David Nighy.
So there are 2 wolves still in play. One is attacking, about to kill.
One is on Graves' thigh and is trying to pull him down.
But
The other
Graves
one
not
is
worried.
the other one that both gnomes, or the gnome and the halfling, are ganging up on.
And this is the injured wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're. Oh no.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
did you not
Embiid's
hit
on
the
that
other one?
one.
Not yet, but don't worry.
Yeah, you're hanging on that one, and
Graves
it's
is
still
confident.
attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good confidence.
Yeah.
Misplaced, maybe.
Mm.
What
Say
would
misplaced, maybe?
you? Maybe.
It's definitely not.
What are you thinking, David?
I'm going to come right here between the barrel part of the wagon. The
Okay.
hitch. Is that what that is?
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah.
And
the
I'm going to
hitch.
magic missile both wolves.
Yes.
Same way. Jack Blackett.
Yeah.
Now this character's really coalescing for me. I can see you coming around the corner, squid wizard. It just magic fingers, just blowing up wolves. Okay, so
Blowing you up.
those hit automatically. You have 3 darts. Each one does 1d4 plus 1 points of damage, if that makes sense. So let's start with
1d4.
the first dart. It's your
Go for
pyramid.
this.
We got the injured guy. Roll that up.
Yeah.
2
Kills it.
3.
or 3. Yep.
Yep. Kills it.
Just blasted from the side. What do these bolts of magic look like? What color are they? As they flash up?
They are neon purple.
Neon purple bolt. You guys both of you
Ooh.
see this, the
Like-
side of the wolf.
Straight like.
Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah. Purple rain, purple rain.
The wolf is just kicked to the side by this blast, hits the ground. Oh yeah.
And as this melee of death unfolds, it's just
It's
just
a guitar
the
riff.
refrain of.
Okay, you can drop 2 into this guy, so
All right,
that's 2
that's
points
1.
of damage.
Well, 2.
2?
2, yeah.
1d4 plus 1, which makes it a 2. You get to roll 1 more.
And that's another.
Another
4.
2. Could have been better. Okay, you send the next 2 into that wolf, fully expecting to just blast it to pieces, and they just go like, it kind of fizzles on you a little bit. The wolf turns.
Still a little fucked up.
It's a little fucked up, yeah. I mean, it's got big burn marks on its back, but that brings us to Mr. Graves.
Graves.
Mr. Miracle.
When he's gripping his thigh,
Yeah.
and Yondu's kind of floating there, but he takes his great axe, which is a family heirloom that he's grown up with wielding, so he's quite deft with it. And he gets a 17 on that attack,
That's a hit.
and he just slashes right down on the wolf's head for 14.
What? Oh, I forgot you're not a wizard this time.
Yeah,
You're so
call out
wizardly.
your
You're a
damage?
fighter.
yeah.
He rolled it.
Drives your axe right into the back of the wolf. It lets out just the least little yelp before it just dies beneath your blade.
Yeah.
That's great. Everyone in the camp erupts into cheers as you guys finish that. Let's cook 'em! Yeah.
There's probably someone else.
What is your passive perception?
That's probably not that good. I don't know.
Or active perception if you're looking around for someone else.
All right, can I do an active one?
Yeah, if you're looking, that was a clever thing to say.
I crit.
Yeah, baby.
26.
Wow. Okay, your gaze as you.
I know
that,
I'm a criminal. I'm like,
No, it's never this easy.
Who's
It's never this easy.
whose wagon is this?
that wagon. Well, I was in
Lock.
lock guy. So
Yeah.
if you want to count it off.
It doesn't.
Because don't you have the order?
I do, but who knows? Maybe we're
Okay.
in the right order.
It's so they're different. It's
Let's make that the wizard tool guy.
Wizard tool guy, the dwarf who's just doing
Sure.
the job, just moving crystal balls. Great. That's his wagon right there, and your eyes fall on it as you glance around, and you notice it's a rocking, just a little bit,
Oh, so no one knock.
as if, almost as if there's somebody inside of it. Like it's like,
sexually.
well,
We don't know.
Where's Sarah?
Wait,
she's
is that
over there? She's right there.
is that Tegan? Who's the dwarf?
Tegan is the alchemist. The
never
dwarf,
get-
we don't have his name. No one was interested in hanging out with him. But it's like as if somebody was like going through the stuff inside of it. The dwarf is,
His name is Reddick.
what's that?
Reddick.
As in JJ.
That's on JJ Reddick, another sixer.
Reddick is his name. Okay. Yeah, you can actually. The dwarf
They weirdly
Reddick
work for this
was hanging out
world.
with you in the circle. Everyone's cheering you guys. Someone comes over to you. The caravan master stomps over to you on his one leg and goes, "Oh, you did a good job there. You got torn up a little bit, didn't you?" Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Who got most torn up? You got
I think
torn.
I did.
You got torn up.
Right?
Okay.
In that
Because he went
exchange,
after
at
my.
least.
So I
Yeah,
think
he's
I'm
at 2,
dying.
I'm at 4.
He pats around and goes, "Well,
We both have healing potions.
I don't normally do this, but have you ever had a healing potion before?
Take it.
You can have it if you want. Yeah, you're deserving. Hell, you all have done a good job protecting this caravan. It's the least I can do."
Who's offering it?
Like Rex, the caravan master, the half orc.
Oh.
This
Is that the
pegling.
one?
Just the one.
Come on.
That's all I got. Hey, it's no small thing, a healing potion. That's magic, you know. Potent stuff. Meanwhile,
So, can I-
you notice it
He
seems
gives
like
it to all of us, so we don't have
no,
to take
he
it,
just
right?
has one and he gives
Oh,
it
he
to
gives it to
Tina.
him. Gotcha.
It seems like there's someone in that wagon, and it must not be the guy who owns that wagon because he's hanging out in the circle watching this healing potion being handed out. What would you do? Embiid.
I call it out and run towards it
Great.
through the fog.
You rolled a natural 20 on your perception
crit it.
check. Then I should point out a couple things.
Thank
A couple things you notice right off the bat. One
Okay.
is the goblin hiding underneath the wagon. He's laying prone, and he's got a light crossbow pointed out. He's like hiding in the shadows behind one of the wheels. No one would have noticed him, but you noticed him.
Because I credit.
What's that? Yeah,
Because
you
I crit,
Because you
yeah.
crit it. You notice what is more disturbing is another goblin who's climbed onto the back and has bunches of rope hanging off of him, and he's like tying something onto the wagon. And this is the most surprising thing. What he's tying onto the wagon is an ogre.
What?
He's probably a good ogre.
That's huge.
Yeah,
Is that huge?
it's a large size, 10
should've
foot
had
by
that.
10 foot square.
I should have had him in Aguilar. Shut up. It's awesome. It's an awesome mini.
It's an awesome mini.
Nelson
An
Aguilar?
ogre.
My other character.
As
Yeah.
Nelson
Healing
Aguilar.
potions. 2d4.
2d4 plus.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Alonzo Kiko was his last
Ahead,
name.
roll these.
It's this big ogre. It doesn't quite look like that though. What it looks like is this. It looks like an ogre except with animal characteristics. It's got a couple of
4
big
points, actually.
mule-like ears hanging off of its side.
6.
Broad, strong back, and you can see this goblin is lashing with like loop after loop after loop of rope. Is lashing this ogre into place where the horse would normally go. You come as soon as you come charging across the clearing towards it. The goblin who's underneath goes, which does anyone speak common?
No.
Oh.
Great.
Speak uncommon.
it Sure sounds like
I
a
do.
warning. Oh, you speak goblin? Mm-hmm. All right, nice.
Common, Elvish, Draconic, Dwarvish, and Goblin.
Classic, smart little scholar there. Yeah, you hear that goblin shout is, "Get out of here, guys! They're coming!" Something like that. You charge across the
Great.
clearing.
Do I get a because
Yeah.
because of my perception? Do I get like an advantage on an attack or something?
100%.
Great. I'm gonna.
Or I'll just give you a surprise attack, basically.
Great.
So not advantage.
I'm gonna attack the rope
Great.
that is attached.
The rope that's attaching the ogre. There's a bunch of it, so one attack by itself probably won't get through all of it. You might have to work on it a couple times.
Oh, okay.
You could shoot the goblin who's doing the tying.
How far along are they? Like, would he be able to
About
run?
halfway along.
So if I killed my perception, like, if I killed that guy, would that be like the way to go?
Can't give you that much info.
Would he not be able to finish?
He wouldn't be able
tying?
to finish tying it, unless someone else stepped up and did it, because he'd be dead.
Murder.
All right, so I'm gonna run up because the other guy's on the ground, right?
He's like underneath. He's laying flat on the ground beneath the wagon wheel.
So I'm gonna run and spear with my rapier.
Okay.
Homeboy.
The guy up here or the guy on the ground?
Guy up there.
Gotcha. Guy on the ground's gonna get a shot at you.
Why?
Because he has a ready to action to shoot anybody who approaches the wagon.
Prone.
He's ready for it.
Okay.
This is what he's there for. He rolls pretty badly.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. What is your AC?
13.
He misses you.
Great.
Yeah.
I roll a 20.
That's a hit.
And then that is 9 damage
That's enough to kill him.
to homeboy
You spear him with your spear?
with my rapier.
Rapier.
I'm like,
Wow. You come flying up, so we'll put you up here on the back of the wagon
Yep.
instead. So the crossbow bolt goes over your shoulder. You
Yep.
don't break your speed. You do a flying,
because I'm not
climbing leap.
I'm not stealth anymore, right?
No.
No, definitely not. As you come charging forward, and you just stab your rapier right through the goblin who's like your size. And he just slides backwards off of it, hits the ground, dead as a doornail.
Let me ask you this. Can I don't know what it would be, deception to mimic what the goblin was?
Yeah, but we'll have to wait till your turn to
Okay,
do that.
that's not it. Okay, great.
There's the goblin underneath still. Also, there's the goblin in the back of the wagon. There's like a flap of cloth.
You're adding so many goblins.
There's somebody in the wagon as well.
Guys, make sure when you get Dungeon in the Box that this happens. I'm just saying.
I pointed out
I
that
don't
it
know. I
seemed like
play
there
with
was
David a lot, and goblins peek up once I kill them.
Yeah.
I pointed out that seemed like there was somebody in the wagon. Sure enough, in the back of the wagon, there's like a flap of cloth that hangs down between the front seat and the rest
40
of the
goblins pouring.
40 goblins pour out.
Just one guy. He's put as much of the stolen magical goods on him as he can. He's got like 4 magic like wizard hats on, and his pockets are all stuffed full of like wands and scrolls, and his hands are just heaped full of crystal balls and everything like that. Goes "Nyah!" as he sees you and drops all of the crystal balls, which hits the ground and start rolling out of the wagon.
Okay.
Okay, let's keep the same initiative order. Just keep it moving. Alejandra, you gotta go.
Oh.
Followed by Mike.
So now I'm healed, kind of?
You drink a healing potion? Well, you'd have to do that on your turn. Is that what you do for your turn, is drink a healing potion?
Yeah, I guess I have to.
You don't have to.
I don't, but am I kind
You'd
of like...
probably die if you didn't.
Yeah, then I should.
It's
And
a
that
good
was-
idea. So you drink the healing potion. How much did it heal you?
It was, that's what we rolled?
Yeah, yeah.
A 6, I think? 6.
6. Does that put you up to full hit points?
Gets her to 8.
8. Oh, you're at 8 hit points. Great. And also, you still have some movement, so if you wanted to roll to your feet and get back up, do you want to... You see the chaos going down at the wagon. Would you close ground towards it?
I think I would try to get, I'm stealthy. I should
Yeah,
try to get
you could
over there
hide.
and I hide.
You could totally hide right now if you want to do that.
Yeah, hide and try to,
Roll d20 to hide,
okay.
and
That's 7. So
Oh,
18.
18?
plus 7 for your awesome stealth check.
That's a fucking
Beefy.
beefy.
First
For a
level
first
character.
level? Jesus.
Yeah, she's that's a great character.
Yeah, you just immediately vanish into the shadows. So they're not going to see you coming. Mike.
Put you right there or something.
I'm sorry, David Nagy.
The
Squizzard.
Squizzard.
So my ray of frost is more long range than the burning hands.
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
I apologize for how many fucking times I've asked that. All right.
It's okay.
You're doing great.
It's just every time. Brian, is there a water
It's
or
fine. It's
something?
all the goddamn
So I'm gonna duck out.
Or Diet Coke, I would take.
Both. What would you rather?
Diet Coke.
I'm gonna duck
I
out
said both
behind
without
this,
seeing if it was David Duck, honestly.
You do what, sir?
I'm gonna duck out behind the caravan, still mostly obscured, but with
I
the
got
sight line
regular Coke or water.
Water.
Wow.
to both the goblin and the ogre,
Maybe cold wise.
and then I would
Yeah.
fire the ray of frost.
At the ogre?
The hero.
Yes.
The true hero.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Don't think
Roll
me.
to hit- roll to
I
hit
was
the
gonna give
ogre?
you a
And
water.
should I use this advantage?
Go for it.
Since we're late in the game.
Throw it over. Yeah, you might as well. We're basically winding it down here. Roll your d20 twice and see if you hit.
Ooh,
17.
that's a
Okay.
good advantage.
17, and then
You nail
was there
it. Roll a d8 to see how much damage you do to this son of a bitch.
D8.
That's green dead.
Yeah.
2 plus.
That's it
That's it. Okay.
for the ranged attack. The ogre doesn't seem like he even feels 2 points of damage. Like it's just like, and it just hits his massive fleshy side.
Cool.
His just giant pudge.
Does it still slow him?
It does still slow him. So I guess it kind of forms around.
It just freezes
knee.
like, and it's like.
Yeah.
Gives Graves a
about all I
great
guess.
window.
They get a go. So the guy underneath is still alive. He comes scrambling out. Oh yeah. Reloads his crossbow. No one else has really approached. I guess the wizard has shot a ray of frost. Counterattack. No, he'd be more concerned about the gnome who just killed the dude on the wagon.
Fair.
Great. He comes scrambling out from underneath, drops his crossbow, draws a long, curved, rusty dagger, comes crawling up. What is your AC? Ooh, doesn't matter.
That hits.
It's a hit for sure. Okay, well, lucky. You only take 3 points of damage as he jumps onto you and starts slashing at you. That kind of makes you stumble slightly backwards towards that curtain where the guy comes from behind. And with his own, what would he have? He wouldn't have a chance to get his dagger out. Just tries to bludgeon you across the top of the head with one of the crystal globes, the orbs he picks up off the ground, starts
It
slamming
might be a healing potion. We'll have to roll for that.
back
guys.
of your head.
Oh,
Natural
he crit fails.
one!
Oh, he crit fails, guys.
Yeah, baby.
That's what happens when David gets greedy.
He picks up.
I will drink for
Oh,
saying your name.
Except
What?
he has.
What?
This guy's attacking you. He has advantage on that roll because there's 2 guys attacking you. You're flanked.
Another crit fail.
Oh, dang.
That's greed.
That's greed, guys.
That's what greed
That's
gets.
greed in the holiday.
That's hubris all day,
That's
every day.
hubris every freaking day.
That never
That's an
happens.
achievement unlocked, which is our last game. So I get advantage, and yeah,
Wow.
that's called a double
I
dodge.
will say that does cancel out the double 20s that I rolled earlier. That is a crazy roll. Okay, so the guy
he
double
crit
ones.
failed,
And I
guys.
kind of love
Twice in
that
a
the
row.
dice kind of bounced off of Brian's character, like he was like,
Like his mini was like,
No.
Great. So the other gnome picks up the other crystal orb to hit you on the head with it, and as he does so, the little fracture it formed in it when he dropped it begins to glow brightly with light, and he goes, "Nyeh," and it just explodes in his hands, just destroys the gnome.
It killed him?
Yeah, just double ones. A gnome
Yeah.
rolls, the goblin rolls
Absolutely.
double ones.
Absolutely.
When he drops a magic item,
Ineptitude.
blast! just-
Ineptitude.
all of you guys see just light flash out from the sides of the wagon, and this goblin just slams into the back wall and slides down dead. Dead. That leaves 1 goblin left, and a very spooked ogre who, as that explosion goes off behind him, goes, "Gotta pull the wagon!" He surges forward. He's only half roped in. So it's like he's trying to pull the entire wagon with
hangs
with
himself.
one arm.
He dies. He dies.
The end. Another heroic journey.
Hard.
He hung himself again. No, I think he's got enough rope on him to start the whole wagon. You feel the wheels underneath your feet lurch forward about 6 inches.
Okay.
As this thing begins to pick up a little bit of momentum. Okay. Now we move on to. Is it
Me?
your turn? Yes. Then Alejandro, you won this turn already. Yes, you did. So very good. Okay. Graves.
So Graves is going to take his healing potion, which brings him back. Then he's got Yondu floating, and he sees this last goblin with his back to him. So he just whips his arm around. Right when he grabs it, he just screams Yondu. He chucks it for 22
Nice. 20 to hit?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that hits.
with a 8 piercing.
Kills him on the spot. Just the glowing javelin. Oh my god, too dramatic. My mic
So
flew.
dramatic.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of how much more dramatic that would be. The gnome is just caught right through the midsection, carried through the air by the glowing javelin. Just cherry picked off the wagon. Falls dead to the ground with the glowing javelin sticking through him. As that happens, the assembled travelers just let out a like an odd
A
gasp.
gasp.
Yes. Wow.
Very cool.
Yeah, Sarah's panties drop.
Yeah.
Is that it for your turn? Yeah, I guess you drink the potion and that's it. Great. The ogre probably doesn't even notice that. It's pretty dim. Okay, back to the top.
Indeed.
Yeah, you, indeed.
So now I'm right near the ropes, right?
Yeah.
So he's got.
He's just half roped in. It's like 4 or 5 coils of rope around his left arm that he's roped to the wagon. And he's just pulling, he's straining straight ahead with like a mule-like intensity of just like, gotta pull the wagon. Very straight. This is what he's like.
Would I be able to cut? Try
If
and
you're
cut the ropes.
you're out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I don't even know if I would need a roll for that if you just want to try and cut these ropes. Like they're
I wanna-
taut, so you could just start
Yeah.
hack at it a couple times.
Yeah.
Rapiers, not great cutting weapons, really, huh? They're just pointy.
I mean, I have.
It would have like a bladed edge.
I have a short sword as well.
Short sword would do it.
All right. So I sheathe and unsheathe and like.
Great, it looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
Coming out with a short sword, slash through the ropes. They all sever, and the ogre just surges forward. Yeah, doesn't
Wolves.
Well, so just kill him.
doesn't even seem to notice that he doesn't have a wagon behind him. You guys watch as the ogre goes thundering off down the road, going, gotta pull the wagon, gotta pull the wagon, just as he just thunders away without even noticing. You guys watch him as he goes, and that's kind of it. Eventually he leaves and nothing else happens.
No, I shoot him so he comes back.
Yeah. Not yet, you asshole.
Yeah.
He goes thundering off. If we had more time tonight, you guys could follow him and see where that leads, and unravel some of the mysteries that we encountered tonight. We don't, so I'll read Aftermath, the final section.
Okay, my character also goes, and that's how I got my name.
Sarah goes, huh? Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Let's get married in Greyhaven.
Married.
He's not the Marion type.
Oh,
Ooh, about that. Gotta check with my other wife.
the next morning, the caravan departs again for the city of Greyhaven. After a few more days of travel, the woods thin, and eventually the sparkle of the distant sea can be seen on the horizon. Up from out of the rolling, cultivated farmland rise the towering walls of Greyhaven, the greatest city in the west. Once at the gates, You are paid by the caravan master. Yeah, you did good job then.
Wait, this is
the aftermath.
That's 4 weeks.
That was
So he's
4
gone.
weeks.
I'm gone.
You were gone
Oh,
before you got paid? You don't wait around to get paid?
Nope. I'm gone. 3.5. He's a man of his word.
We'll split up a share.
Oh, okay then. I guess I'll keep his 25 gold.
We'll take
25 gold to you. Squizzard, you showed your might. You showed your brains. Most of all, you showed how many arrows you could take. Keep on ticking.
Thank you. I expect 8 to 9 more pieces of gold since Embiid is not here.
Oh, what is that, math? Yeah, right. Here's for you. Oh, my liege.
Yeah, that's right.
I've never seen anyone so impressive in all my life. And this, I guess, is for you, little tricksy one.
Thank you. Oh, drop your pants.
Oh, my pants. Oh, I'm gonna miss that.
Ink browns.
Oh, good
I swing
time.
my axe and accidentally slice his throat.
We got paid.
Can it be,
Let's get bottle service.
there were 6 caravans, right?
8 total, yeah, 8 wagons.
Oh, 8 wagons.
Yeah,
So-
counting his.
So Embiid stole something from the 6th wagon
Wagon number 6. 1, 2.
before he left.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Turnips.
The one. No, it's
No, it's the
It'd
magic
be
one.
great if it was the turnip. What is the magic one with the
Makes sense. They were making a
the one that
ruckus
got
in there.
looted that
Yeah.
you were going through?
Oh, that I
and
was in.
saving?
Yeah.
So I stole something from
You've
that.
got your pockets
And that's the only reason you're
stuffed
on the
full of
whole
little
thing.
magic
And that's-
trinkets and
Caravan.
stuff that you
Great.
looted from it.
That he has no idea what it is.
So I guess Rex dies before he has a chance to pay you your bonus.
Well, we just take it. He'd want it this way.
He left that for you.
I'm so glad that I hired you. Just died at the gates of Greyhaven. Once at the gates, you are paid by the caravan master. Farewells are exchanged, rather final ones in this case, and the road-worn players advance to level 2.
Level 2! Wait,
Super fun.
does Embiid go to level 2?
Well,
Not there.
you left the narrative
Find him.
early. Yes, you did. If you guys had, so everyone hits level 2, and then the next adventure takes place from there. So if I was running Dungeon in a Box, I would have had enough content to run a couple sessions of this, and we could have explored a little bit more. There's all sorts of other encounters, like
How much?
river
This,
crossings.
this is a great question, actually. I think.
Yes, yeah.
How many hours do you think? Because I know D&D. I mean, we're always longer a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we drink and we're goofy. But like,
Yeah, and we're funny.
how
You
many
guys love
hours
it.
do you think are in this packet?
I have not tried playing through every. I will say that I ran this exact same session
Last time
last time.
or 2 times ago or whatever it was. Yeah.
Exactly. And played a totally different set of encounters, and it was another 3 hours. So, and we still didn't get through everything. So,
But there's multiple. You can basically choose like we're gonna do every possible encounter that's possible.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, so the random encounter tables are in here that break down a lot of things, and some rules about how many encounters to run. I would say, well, the guarantee is you've got enough content to level up your entire party each month. So 3 or 4 sessions, easy. So maybe
Oh, yeah.
a dozen hours.
So yeah,
Okay.
if you were playing once a week for 2 to 3 hours, this would
This would fill your month.
fill your month.
Easy.
yeah.
Okay.
Easy. Yeah, easy.
Or you could do a
or you
one-off
could do
session like this.
Like we used to do super sessions that were ridiculous.
Yeah, this would cover you a
which was
couple
what I
super sessions.
loved. I loved
There were 8
like us
hours,
playing
9
like
hours.
This would-
8,
this would be-
9.
this
Well, it always got a little drunken at the end.
It's
so
always
I'm not
blurry
sure that we were the
towards the
best,
end.
but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or you sit down and you're like, 10 hours, guys. We'll just
10
put
hours.
10 hours.
But
together.
we kind of did some of those.
Oh yeah.
No, we've done for sure. We've done some of those.
Yeah,
this is.
I love that.
This is basically written. If you had 10 hours to sit down and play, this
You
would
could
work for
do
that.
a 10.
You could start with an intro, play through a bunch of random encounters, lead to this encounter. So just a sneak peek at if.
Was this like the finale
Yeah,
of this chapter, as you
Every-
would?
Basically, yeah. So each adventure includes like a bunch of setup stuff and then a big final set piece you can go through. If you followed that ogre, or if you had questioned some of those goblins, there was a
Different
there's more to this encounter. You could track it down, and it turns out that those goblins have a goblin leader who is a werewolf lycanthrope, and that's why they work with the wolves. And so you could go to their camp, and you could find all the loot that they've stolen. They run a little scheme where they rob.
Where wolves come.
Wolves come,
the other
goblins steal a wagon. So they've got they've got all this loot, and then the player's going to make this decision of like, one, this werewolf looks like too much for us to handle. Do we sneak in and steal the loot, or what do we do? So this is more of like, we got to fight to save ourselves, and the next encounter is kind of like
This is kind of interesting. This is like the prequel almost, like to like what these adventures are going to do.
This leads into, and then it ends in the city of Greyhaven, where we go from there. And some of the characters you meet can cross over into the next adventure, whatever makes sense. So if I was running this again, I'd maybe have that lock pick that you guys were making friends with be like, all right, you've proven yourselves trustworthy. Let me bring you into my confidence on this and tell you what this is about. And so the whole 10-month adventure arc is this whole big, 12-month adventure arc is this whole big storyline. Yeah, you could get all 13 adventures, which is this extra bonus adventure if you hang on the whole time. But the whole adventure arc, what happens is you discover in the city, you end up with this artifact in the next couple adventures that happens to give you control, whoever owns it, control over dragons. And there are 2 mighty dragons who live in this realm. By the way, the realm is the Green World. It's the same place that Crit Juice Adventures take place in. It's the same map, basically. Yeah. And so you might encounter some sort of cameo sort of stuff from...
It's really fun. I don't know. I can only speak for myself, but I've been pretty fortunate to play with David.
Well, yeah.
Majority of my...
Drink?
Rules. Drinking
After the game is over, just drink anyway?
Drinking rules.
Majority of my D&D life, I guess it would be. But like, it's really fun. He creates a really fun world, and it's
pretty fucking great.
It's great.
Oh, yeah.
It really
it's
is.
great.
You should enjoy it. You should get it,
I mean,
guys.
as much as I hate him at the table, I love being at the table with him.
Hey, how great was it at the end when I rolled double?
It was the
ones?
best.
It's amazing.
It was the best, and it makes me feel so good.
So here's the campaign overview. This is the Secrets of the Greenwold arc. This is adventure number 1 of 13, basically. By sword, by spell, by oath, end the dragon war before it ends the world. So the little snippet is the Secrets of the Greenwold arc. Takes characters from 1st to 10th level as they delve into catacombs beneath the streets of Greyhaven, sail the storms of the rugged Harpy coast, contend with the fields of undead that choke the Grey Tower, and finally pierce the heart of the cursed Tanglethorn Forest. What your characters discover will save the realm or allow them to remake it in their own image. So that's all optional. If you just want to pick it up and run it in your own campaign world, or do it like piecemeal and just use the maps and the minis, you can do that. If you want to run it as an ongoing thing, you can do that. There's also going to be branching pathways, so if we had a little more time, depending on how things ended, basically there's going to be 2 envelopes in the box that are sealed, and depending on how you ended it, basically if you successfully stop them from stealing the wagon, it's like open this envelope.
Choose your own adventure kind
And
of
if you
thing.
don't, you open this envelope.
Great.
And then you destroy the other one, and so it kind of informs things as it goes forward. So,
Guys, also David has agreed if he sells 10,000 of them, that he's going to take all the Crit Juice people on a cruise.
Yeah.
So we're really
I will do
excited
that.
about
If I get 10,000
we're
subscriptions.
really we just want a cruise.
If I get
So-
10,000 subscriptions, I'll buy the 76ers for you.
David does not know
I don't
how
know
much
what
teams
David knows
cost.
how much.
They couldn't be more than what, $3,000-$4,000.
That's what many fans think.
Denver Broncos.
All right, guys, we're going.
All right,
I
good night.
appreciate you guys coming and
Thank
tuning
you
in.
guys. Thanks for
Happy
watching.
holidays.
Happy
Any
holidays.
final plugs for anybody? Go watch
Please.
if you're in town on Wednesday, right?
Tuesday
Tuesday.
the 19th at 8 p.m.
I'll be there.
Groundlings. please come. And
I'm gonna get razzed
it'll be fun.
for a second time.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
I'll be there, but don't razz me.
All right.
Don't razz me, because I can't handle it and I'll start crying.
You'll get it. You'll be fine.
You'll be all right.
All right, Alejandra, anything you want to plug before we sign off?
No, just get this. It's awesome. It was my first time, and I got really excited.
Yeah, it's great for
like when that
introductory.
stuff is happening, like, oh my god, I killed him. Like that was.
I know
that
you-
was super fun.
It was pretty. You guys did great for first.
Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for
both of
having
you.
us.
It was
for
really
having us.
amazing. What a
Yeah.
great game, a great table. I had a blast, guys. Thank you so much for coming and playing tonight. Thank you for tuning in, guys. You've been watching Saving Throw. It's the channel where it's GERD to be a nerd.
Good to be here.
I invented that catchphrase. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Night.
We love
Bye.
you.
Bye.